Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another fantastic episode full of chaos, the way that everyone likes it, or else we wouldn't be here. So we will apologise for being a couple of minutes late. There's been a red card in the Paris FC Benfica match, and I got a little bit distracted. So as it's Champions League again tonight, we're going to try and bring you more Soccer Saturday style live reactions. Unfortunately, you did all miss my reaction to the red card. So if there's another one, I will happily reenact it for you. So across us... Yeah, as that. So Danny, you've got the Arsenal game on, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
Against Real Madrid.
Apparently we've shrunk the pod some sense. The pod is small.
No. So this is a new feature that StreamYard have brought in, and depending on the device you're using, then it will change. It should. So
that's
if
what we look like on the mobile.
Yeah, so this is what we look like on a mobile, and the width that we usually see is what it looks like on a laptop.
Do I need to come over here on a mobile? That's just people in the chat were saying it's small.
So it does depend on what you're watching it on, guys. So we can, if we want to, do that. Yeah, and we've got tiny little heads. Could you guys see that preview as well, or is that just for me?
No, I can see
the little bit on the side.
You can
see it as well. Perfect. If we all stay where we are, then we'll be in the frame, and it'll be all good.
Yes.
So bigger screen, then bigger. Yes.
Was the answer to that question?
Yes. Is it still 0-0?
It is still 0-0, yes. But
good.
Who knows what minute my TV will be on, or what year it will be on, based on the Euros watch-alongs we did.
At the moment.
This 2023.
Yeah.
Kim Little's making her debut.
Alex Scott's about to score for Arsenal.
Which we love. So I mentioned I've got the Paris FC versus Benfica game, and there's also Vålerenga versus St Polten on this evening. Paul, did you say you were watching that one?
Which
did
one?
I make that up? Vålerenga versus St Polten.
I can keep an eye. Don't know about watch because.
Yeah, keep an eye on it if you want.
I can keep a big eye on Vålerenga St Polten.
They are currently 2-0 up, so hopefully we get a few more goals added to this one. But good evening to everyone in the chat. So we will keep you updated with Champions League as usual. So this is fun. So I can actually see who's watching on mobile, which is a bit creepy actually, because you've all got a little phone next to your names. So good evening to Emily, Emma, Graham, Zach. Zach was first in the chat tonight. Evening to Zach. We've got Matt. We've got Danny, you're in the chat too. Hello.
Pop in hello.
Emma said this: has Fred been banned from YouTube? Is that the delay? So I was randomly banned from Facebook yesterday. No reason why. I hadn't done anything mildly interesting to get banned. I'd sent a message to Emma because we'd recorded our Villa podcast, and I said, "Oh, yours hasn't uploaded fully. Can you just follow this link?" And apparently I was going against their community standards. So I don't quite know why that triggered it. I had to take a selfie to prove that I was me.
Chance. Chance.
But yeah, there was a chance for who? For who, Danny? For who?
For the Madrid of the Reals. They went through.
Madrid of the Reals.
Possibly offside, I don't know.
Just so you know, if something does happen and I somehow manage to find out about Vålerenga, I am going to adopt BBC Scotland commentary.
Oh, that was fantastic, wasn't it? Just talking about the men slightly. Yeah, what a cracking result for Scotland at the weekend. It wasn't even the weekend, was it? It was last night.
I was watching the clips over and over again of James McFadden and Stephen Thompson, the commentators for the third and fourth goal.
Yeah.
just enjoying. See, that's
proper commentary, isn't it?
How men should behave at football matches. Just absolutely unbridled joy, hugging each other, crying, yelling, laughing. None of this angry, chanty stuff.
I feel like I need
the
to
weird should be
clarify,
enjoying it.
Emily, I'm not an Arsenal fan. Just to clarify that, I need to get that out there before we start.
Oh, hang on. You've been accused, Danny.
I don't know. I think it might just be because I'm watching Arsenal, but no, I'm definitely not an Arsenal.
I get accused all the time at work of being an Arsenal fan. I'm just giving in now. I do actually, because hashtag.
Well, we know you support everyone, Chloe. That's just how this works.
The boycott.
Oh yes. I see, Emily there. I hope I'm wrong for Danny. Well, we just want a good match. We don't really care who wins in that one, do we, Danny?
We just want a good team fight. And Katie McCabe's on the pitch, so who knows?
The long sleeves rolled up is actually killing me. Like,
I
think they were all told to wear long sleeves. I think they were all told to wear long sleeves because it's cold, and ours are just rolled right up, and it's actually it's so funny.
Cutting off the circulation at her elbows.
She's the only one with them rolled up. Everyone else has got very long sleeves, and she's like, "No."
I would be. I hate long sleeves. I can't do it. They've got to be rolled up.
So funny.
Don't blame her. So we do. How did I think you were Arsenal? Danny, go on then. Just to clarify.
Oh, Northampton Town, Emily, the mighty Northampton
There we
Town.
go. The mighty Cobblers. The mighty Cobblers.
Home of the phone
from the
home of Alan Carr, by the way.
Which is even better.
Not home, probably not home anymore, but he was born.
I remember one of his stand-ups, and he was talking about is there a boot and shoe museum?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, every school trip we went to the boot and shoe museum.
Do you know my favourite bit actually? This is going to sound really, really boring, so feel free to tune out for a few seconds.
Can't wait. Yeah.
There is a ticket wall at Northampton train station, and they are trying to get a destination ticket to Northampton from every station in the UK. And there are people like travelling from arse end of nowhere, northern Scotland, and doing 7-hour trips on a train just to put their ticket in the wall in Northampton.
I mean, that's dedication, isn't it? That's pretty special.
That's Francis Bourgeois level of dedication, that is, isn't it? He should just
do Shoe Army chant in the chat.
Can we also talk about dedication? Yeah. It's currently 3:30 here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Blimey. Chris, what a destination. And the fact that you're spending your afternoon with us, we couldn't love you any more, Chris. So thank you so much for joining us.
Home with an amazing speedway, of course.
Yes.
The Hardy Boys, I believe, as well.
I used to read those. At school.
No, it's in the tag team, the Hardy Boys.
Oh, I thought you.
Oh, hello.
Things are about to be broken.
He's 20 feet in the air.
Swan, son, bomb. Everyone else, the others are just like, what's going on?
8 minutes in and we've already lost it. Good evening,
6
everyone.
miles of the ladder.
Say the name. No, that's someone else, right?
There's time. There's time for him to appear. But yes, Chris is there for a holiday. There you go. He's there for a holiday. Well, have a lovely time, Chris. Have a lovely time indeed. So let's have a little look. We did have 2 earlier kickoffs as well, which we were keeping an eye on before we went live. Juventus 3-3 with Lyon, despite they were 3-0 up, weren't they, at one point?
They were, yeah.
Lyon came back fighting, as we know they can, to take the points, 3-3. Wolfsburg, Man United, though, 5-2. 5-2 to Wolfsburg.
What time is it?
Just very good. I like it. But it really shows, though, and I know, Paul, you can't wait to talk about the Manchester derby later, but it shows that to compete at this level against these bigger teams who've had all this experience, you just need a bigger squad, don't you? Like, that's vital. So, everyone is ready and raring to go. And just shout out to Safia Middleton Patel, actually, for, stepping up and being their number one and just going for it, to be in that position at such a young age. Oh, there's a baby. Hello, baby. Hi. You should be asleep.
Oh,
You should
God,
definitely be asleep. Hello.
Goal.
Yeah.
Goal.
Sorry.
Goal.
Go on then.
And of
Tell us
course,
all about it.
I believe it's Caroline Weir.
What a
Volley.
gal.
The ball breaks her on the edge of the area of the blah 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 blah. She breaks to her on the
Blah,
edge
blah,
of the
blah.
area and she volleys it into the
Goal.
net.
Oh, go.
Goal.
Paris FC. And you have to say it like that. In
it's
the
a free kick.
42nd minute, 43rd.
Yeah, free kick into the box. It's headed away, and Caroline Weir is just past the penalty spot. Wallops it.
Oh,
I love Caroline Weir.
What a strike that is.
fantastic.
The least
And that was
declaration of love I've ever heard.
Shazar, right? And that was Mendy. Mendy for Paris.
The most matter-of-fact northern declaration.
Cross comes in completely unmarked
Have you got a goal as well there?
and hits it first time. Yes, Mendy, 1-0. Paris FC.
Mendy.
Mendy for Paris.
Caroline Weir is wasted at Real Madrid, and
I mean, oh right. I thought you meant after last night.
Probably still is. Can you imagine?
Did you see Aaron Cooper on
Oh, that was lovely. I love that.
Yes, like that.
No.
Yeah.
See, no. What did Erin Cuthbert do apart from probably get very drunk and throw iron brew at people?
No, did you just get in she did the press conference today with Sonia. Me and Freya like to play a little game called Guess Who's going to be joining the managers for the press conference.
Yeah.
Really fun game. No, she just didn't look great, and she was talking about the Scotland game last night. It was just really funny to see her passion. She was like, "Yeah, I would rename the group chat IB for 2026 to USA 2026."
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Oh,
really funny.
Bolton have won back.
Ooh.
2-1 in extra time of the first half stoppage time. Game on in that one then. Right, we're coming into half time then. So we've got 1-0 for Real Madrid, as our lovely Danny just said. It's 1-0 to Paris FC, and it's also 2-1 to Vålerenga St. Paulton. So hey, all to play for in those second halves. There we go. Yes, I did see that interview, Matthew. She's been learning Spanish, adding another string to her bowl, which we absolutely love. Right then, now, the chaos that always comes with this show, of course. So we had the early kickoffs. We've gone through what the scores are now at half time. And tomorrow, while some people are at something little do called the Football Content Awards, we've got 4 more matches. So tomorrow we've got FC Twente versus Atletico Madrid, we've got PSG versus Bayern, Leuven versus Roma, and Chelsea versus Barcelona. So still more to come, because this is match day 4 of the new league stage. And just to remind everyone, the top 4 go through automatically to the quarterfinals, but you've got to finish in that top 12. And I do have a table somewhere. This big one here. There we go. So the top 12 at the start of these matches. So this was done before we've had the results. So as it stands, Barcelona, Lyon, United, and Chelsea are going straight through, whereas places 5 to 12 will go into a 2-legged playoff, because we love a 2-legged playoff. But yeah, this was before everything kicked off tonight, so it's just to kind of show you where people were. And I can update you with how that's changed so far. Let's have a look. I'm quite fancy now. I've got a second screen, and I absolutely love it. So if anyone notices a weird white glow from this side of my face, that's why. Table, let's have a look. Okay, so at the minute we've got Lyon, Real Madrid, Wolfsburg, and Barcelona. That are the top 4 going straight through. So with that defeat, Man United are currently out of the top 4, but still in the playoffs. So the only thing that could change, can anything change? Yes, if Chelsea win, they can go up into those top spots, because the top 3 have played tonight. So basically, if they win against Barcelona, they're displacing Barcelona.
Are the playoffs seeded, or is it literally just by position? So it's 5th v 12th, 6th v 11th.
Oh, I don't know if there's another draw.
Because
I don't know for certain.
Because if there isn't a draw, the potential of Arsenal versus Chelsea in the Champions League to go through to the knockout stages.
Oh, yes. I'll tell you what. Let's see if I can find it. But yeah, so that's how it stands at the minute. And while I'm just getting those rules up, see if I can find it. We've had another Lionesses squad announcement, haven't we?
Yes.
Feels like we've just had one. And here we go. So we've got 2 more of these homecoming games, this time versus the People's Republic of China and Ghana. And they said for the match versus China, which is at Wembley, over 80,000 tickets have already been sold, which is, again, insane. Attendance-wise.
The Chinese diaspora in the UK, I would imagine a lot of those are Chinese people as well, whether they be students or whether they be people over here. But I'd imagine that there is going to be, I wouldn't say that'll be like an away game, but I would imagine there will be a far more significant,
there will be a strong
contingent of away fans. It'll be interesting to see if it changes the dynamic in Wembley.
I think it's going to be great. I really do. Because it's the first time we've ever met Ghana as well. First time we've ever played them, which is another historic moment. But of course, the main thing we just wanted to quickly talk about are some different names on that squad announcement. So we had Sophie Bagley's been called back up. Interesting because she isn't really getting a shout at Brighton. We're expecting Bagley to come back in. Anyone? Oh,
no. Basically.
No. Is it because I was like, oh, why don't we have Sophie Whitehouse? Like, give her a chance. But of course, she's declared for Republic of Ireland, which is quite annoying. Maybe we can entice her back to come back.
I am mildly
That's how it works. Entice her back.
Well, she hasn't played for them yet. Just switch.
Oh,
back.
yes, yeah, true. I suppose, just like Taylor.
I'll give you the starting position if you come back.
I'll give you minutes. Come back.
Don't create more goalkeeper drama. Cried out loud.
I've already had enough.
What's Mary Earps doing that weekend?
Imagine after all of this.
Mary, all is forgiven. Come and play against China. We need you.
It's just like, you're all right.
No, put her in the squad and just put her on the bench and pick Sophie Bagley.
That's Mary Earps' music.
You know what? I'd actually love to see Anna Morehouse get minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, same.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm so desperate for our Anna to get minutes. It's quite.
She's an R. She's got an R.
Yeah. Well, Brian's lost his, so we're giving it to someone else.
We've got space. We've got space indeed.
I'll preview what's to come.
Yes, everyone get ready for the WSL portion. Everyone get ready. Yeah, because and Nuke Denton. Yes, no, Danny, go for it. Yes,
love that. She's very happy, very, very happy with that. I thought she a couple of weeks ago she had pretty much Iman Benny in her pocket a few weeks ago, even though they lost. She's been playing really well. Snuck one in on the weekend, didn't she? Cross shot. But I thought she obviously she gets up and down quite well. She can play on both sides. I think she's having a great season, so good to see her in there.
Grace Fisk as well.
Grace Fisk in there, yeah.
Grace Fisk back in, yes, absolutely.
Who is absolute crap on Football Manager, by the way.
Really?
Genuinely, they've nerfed her clearly because you try and she keeps getting ratings of 4. But I have sold her to Bayern Munich for 125k and got Julia Grilling by exchange. So,
so you're doing all right then. To be fair, you're doing all right, Paul.
Oh, my Football Manager universe would break the internet because I already sold Beth Mead casually as well.
oh, just casually. Oh,
Russo for Payor, job done.
Well, that was always going to happen, wasn't it?
I mean, that's a good squad. That. I'm still looking for these rules, by the way. But the articles are so funny on the Champions League website because it's how brilliant is Alex Pop?
Basically,
and then it's and then it's where's it gone?
Matt
how brilliant is Aitana Bonmati? League First, Contenders League First draw. Right, okay. But yeah, apart from those, so we've got Lauren Hemp and Grace Clinton back from injury. That's also exciting. Laura Brinkilder-Brown back in. Also, shout out to Freya Godfrey, first senior call-up. Very, very well deserved. Playing annoyingly well for London City. Might mention her a bit later. But yeah, doing incredibly well. Jess Carton not involved because, of course, she's recovering from the NWSL playoffs as well. Now, anyone else you would have liked to have seen? Well, I was going to ask you two about it in a second, actually. But yeah, before we move on, Lionesses, any other comments on who's been selected?
It'd be really, really nice if Laura Blinkilder-Brown got to play.
Please, yeah.
Because it would be nice, wouldn't it?
Because I commented on Twitter, and at this point got the mildly I commented on Twitter, bad start. What's coming? No, I saw it and basically said that
Thank you.
the depressing thing about this squad is that there are the new names in it, but the three names that are still in it, Stanway, Walsh, Toon, is still going to be the starting midfield, and that's the problem. And that is, if you were dropping players to make a point or doing proper experimentation, one or possibly two of those three I would leave out. Arguably the best thing that could happen for England, although it would be disastrous potentially for Chelsea, is Kira Walsh to not be able to play for a little while.
And you just, especially when they are too friendly, so this is the time to really see how people work together. You know, this is the opportunity before we then go back into Nations League to, for World Cup qualifiers. When we haven't got that space to play back.
Well, it's not crap, but it is the weak spot because we've seen it. It was overrun several times in the Euros. England won the Euros, but there was many situations where realistically we probably shouldn't have done. In the sense of the issues with England's midfield were clear to see against Italy, against Sweden, in particular. And just
we need to do something. And that's the thing.
Lucia Kendall came in and she was very impressive. So why is she? Why can we not see her have more opportunity? Why can we not see Laura Blinkilder-Brown give more opportunity? Why can we not see?
Yeah.
Why must we see this midfield?
Yeah, let's see something else happen. And it's interesting that Zach's saying about England needs a true number 10. We were actually talking about that on our Villa show, the fact that Lucia Kendall, why don't we try her in a 10? Because she's very forward thinking. She, attack minded, and just she really like the kind of the rhythm when you watch it. It's really good. She can see these chances and how to move on the pitch, and you just think, could that be an opportunity as well? So yeah, I'd agree. Chris, I'm so glad you've managed to find it. Thank you, because I could just find how good is Aitana Bonmati. So yeah, fixtures for the playoffs are determined by draw, seeded pairs. So clubs in positions 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 2 unseeded pairs 9, 10, 11, and 12. According to the rules. Thank you, Chris. We do love you.
World Cup qualifications in UEFA where there are 4 groups, but they can only play 4 other possible teams.
Yeah.
And then
it's just because of who they've played already on and things like that, is it?
This is a European team.
So they try and keep them apart if they've played each other already once.
I suppose that makes sense, but it'd seem weird.
Yeah.
Then you'd have to rely on them finishing within a particular position, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's true.
It's fun, though, isn't it? It's quite like these little playoffs.
Yes, and over 2 legs as well, still a bit of jeopardy. And then from the quarterfinals, it will return to our normal, lovely knockout football, which we can understand. 1 game, done, sorted.
I'd I bet there'll be country locks in there as well. So 2 teams from the same country can't play each other.
Probably. But I do just want to. This is, I thought finding the rules for that was hard. Also trying to understand what Emma is talking about in the chat. So just to kind of show everyone. So Matt started it. Always Matt. I'm loving our Kaz Carney on Strictly making it to Blackpool, which we do. Heartbroken for Lavoie, by the way, because Lavoie is Blackpool. So I can't believe they're not.
She would have worn the hat with all the fruit on. It would have been fab and camp and amazing.
Spoilers.
Oh, she would have been incredible.
I'm not. As someone who doesn't watch.
Paul, you need Lavoie in your life.
Live, laugh, Lavoie.
Because that's a different podcast. Me and Chloe will introduce you, don't worry. To which Emma said, Mazkahi win, please. And then, who the hell is Mazkahi? Katskakni. To which we had
Fantastic.
Katskakni is Nazi stage name.
This is drag name.
Oh dear.
That's incredible.
How is that even? How is your autocorrect even deciding those are words?
No idea. Emma's just very passionate about Strictly. I couldn't handle it. This is also the same Emma whose internet connection is absolutely fine for the Villa pod until I click record, and then it just gives up. And she comes in and out. And it's like a ghost appearance for 20 minutes and then back and then out. So yeah, Emma, we do love your autocorrects. We really, really do. Now, I know you both don't want to talk about it. However, as our NWSL correspondents on the show, could we just have...
Washington Spirit still going through.
We've basically been through the same thing because of
bloody the Homer Simpson meme, wasn't it?
It's therapy.
Bloody Batman.
Bloody Batman going back. But yeah, so unfortunately for Danny and Chloe, but fortunately for Paul, who did... you're following the spirit, aren't you, Paul? Yes. So yeah, would anyone like to just give us a quick overview of what's happened at the weekend?
They came this year, they conquered.
Basically, the last couple of weekends, Gotham have beaten Kansas City in extra time in the last minute, and then beaten Orlando in the last minute of extra time as well.
It wasn't even last minute. It wasn't even last minute of extra time.
Isn't it?
It was 6 minutes extra time. They played 8. They scored. Surely that's against the rules, but who am I to say anything?
It's the minimum, though, isn't it? It's the minimum stoppage time.
I've had a bad week in terms of football.
It's one of those things that Gotham do that, and you think is their name on the trophy, don't you? Like they finished in 8th place in the table, and they've got a chance to win.
And
the
you know
whole
what?
thing. Mental.
We finished 2nd or 3rd. We finished higher up than them.
Match was decided by a goal.
But yeah, to do that twice in 2 weekends against 2 of the favourites away from home as well is pretty nuts. To their face,
insane.
Washington are looking good though, to be fair, on the other side.
And
also,
I think
the ridiculousness, by the way, of the NWSL having the commissioner involved to try and stop Trinity Rodman leaving, because of their own rules.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah, it's just very
it's the salary cap, isn't it?
Yeah, they said what was it? They can't afford to keep her with the salary cap.
Oh, bugger! Sorry, that's how business works. Ask your president. He's big on free market. Well,
that's the thing. They've made all these rules, but actually, it's starting to bite them in the arse a little bit. But I suppose with the NWSL though, like you can have a team that are finishing 8th and they can start knocking everyone out, and there's more jeopardy in the NWSL, I think. Whereas if we had playoffs in the WSL, I don't think it would. It wouldn't work, would it? We haven't got the teams to do it.
But also with the NWSL, there's no relegation, so it's like the playoffs are.
That's true.
The playoffs are what you go for.
And what you go for is it's for a win, essentially, because nobody gets relegated.
The commissioner is his name, Gordon. Excellent.
Good work, Simon. See, that's the quality you only get from Coventry. That's a Sky Blues right there.
Oh, that's great. But no, finals on Sunday, Sunday morning at 1:00 our time, I believe.
So Gotham are going to beat. I'm already prepared for Gotham to beat Washington Spirit
in the last minute. Yeah.
So yeah.
I want Washington to win. I want Croy Bethune to do well because she's been insanely good the last couple of years.
Yes.
She had a bad injury.
Yeah,
she was the Rookie of the Year 2 years ago, I think, and she's been in and out with injury, and she was great again in the semi-final. So, yeah, I want them to do well. I want them to win it, but probably because I'm more grumpy with Gotham as well. Oh, Linda.
All the second half starters.
Side netting, yeah.
Oh, our Linda, she's doing well.
I think the American system works better in terms of parity, and I think.
Okay.
I don't think, because Chloe mentioned there's no relegation in American sports. I think it would be far more interesting if there was a wage cap and parity in the WSL. And so you have the potential of Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City having a bad season, being down the bottom. You know, because like you say, at the moment there's no jeopardy, is there really? And if the likes of Charlton come up next season, if the likes of Birmingham City come up next season,
yeah, a lot more.
Charlton have a decently moneyed owner now, but still, the amount of money they're going to have to invest, and we're seeing with Palace, and also a lot of American sports have a salary floor as well as a salary cap. And
we spoke about that before, isn't it? It's all well and good increasing the pay at the top end, but actually, you need to make sure everyone's taken care of as a minimum as well. Yeah, I think we could learn a few things, couldn't we? From
if we had the playoffs, how Villa finished last season, they could have won the league, couldn't they?
Yeah.
The playoffs
imagine.
Well, Everton won about at the end of last season as well. You know,
I know.
If you peak at the right time,
it just shows
you can.
And it's just all about. It is literally all about timing, isn't it? Just. And I think me and Chloe could cry after this weekend.
Yeah. I think the injuries as well probably didn't help as well. Obviously, with Temwa Chewinga out for KC, with Babs Banda out for Orlando, two massive players. Poor Babs. It happened at exactly.
So you think about the what ifs, aren't you? If they were, if they were
sliding.
I was going to say if they were free. No, they were healthy. What was that? Sorry, Chloe.
I just said it's like sliding doors. Like if they weren't injured, what could have been?
Oh,
but you do get far more Cinderella stories in American sport, though.
Cinderella.
As a result of it, you do get 8 seeds who can go and win everything, as Gotham probably will. So,
imagine bats everywhere. That's what they're going to do if they went. Just release the bats all across. I did see. Was it Graham earlier who said the floodlights are the bat signal from the city? Which did make us laugh a little bit. I can't find it now, but it's really funny. But yeah, Paul, I don't know if you've actually shown everyone this evening, but would you like to show everyone your really cool walking stick?
Oh, yes,
I've been talking about.
Just there we go.
Look at
I have a Raven walking stick.
Yeah. It looks so Viking-esque. It's very cool. I quite like it.
Because basically, I'm lying down because my hamstring's fucked, which is unpleasant.
The medical term for it.
That's the medical term.
It's a medical term.
Although, brilliantly, while I was in the hospital waiting, there was a young lady who was from Scotland, and she had a Sheffield United, like one of those football club jackets on. So I was trying to work out, Sheffield United down here playing, which whatever. And she sat there talking back and forth. Went to get an X-ray of her finger, and then just came back, and just the person who she was with went, "Well, how's it?" And she just goes, this loudest, broadest Glasgow, "It's fucked." Like, it's absolutely fucked. Like, that will do.
No, that's the medical term. Yeah,
that's the technical Scottish medical term. And yes, Graham, this is metal. This is a lump of metal up here. So you know, and Holly Dash. I feel like I'm out Kingsman or something. And the story behind it is basically Kerry decided if you're going to limp around and swear a lot in soreness, you may as well have an awesome walking stick. and this matches your tattoo and matches your mustache.
No, hey, it sets you apart from everyone else. So you go for it. I just thought it was really cool, and everyone deserved to have a look at it.
That is a children's TV reference from Matt as well. That is a proper children's TV reference. I need to do the Scottish accent. Yeah. Warrior, may the luck of the Raven's eye be with you. Let the challenge begin. Sorry, anybody who's Scottish. Just
oh no. Hey, we're 35 minutes in. Shall we? Let's keep going. Now, just two fun things before we do talk about some football matches. Lost my train of thought. Hang on. Yes, FC is tomorrow. Hey. So we, as a podcast, we did earlier in the year, we said, please vote for us. We'd absolutely love you to and nominate us and just share. And we've got to the final for best content creator and best in non-league as well. Unfortunately, no women's football show nomination this year. But next year we're gonna get back into it. So nominated for 2 awards tomorrow night. It's in Leeds at Elland Road, which is going to be really fun. A few of us are trying to get along there and hopefully come back with something. So watch our socials for those updates there. Can't wait for that one. And we had one more thing. Paul felt quite creative while he's been off work, and I don't think we've ever been able to talk about something so that's actually already passed and being taken down, because usually by a Wednesday news stories are, they're developing, aren't they? They're getting bigger. This one appeared, everyone hated it, and it's gone. So this is almost like blasted to the past already. But this is, of course, Sky Sports Halo, which was announced to be the Lil Sis of Sky Sports, which was horrendous on all levels of the word. And it was pink and it was glittery and it was the nail varnish emoji and it was disgusting. And for some reason...
Sorry, goal.
Oh, goal. Yes, go on.
Alessia Russo with a header, 1-1.
Ooh. 1-1. Hey, game
Renee Sleggers looks like she didn't see it and wonders what on earth has just happened. There's a lot of scarves being twirled around.
I love Renee Sleggers so much.
She's incredible.
She come to
lots of people
have your job done soon.
Well, lots of Arsenal fans want her sacked, so
I mean, I want her.
I want her.
We're talking about football managers, Chloe.
I want her at Everton.
A declaration of love on the podcast.
I mean, it's fair, Renee.
Oh, he's banned from YouTube.
Yeah,
I'm banned from ever attending an Arsenal game.
Hold on, what's going on here?
It's just a declaration of love for
Slager's call.
Oh, we've got a VAR. Check on it.
Oh, we've got the VAR involved.
They're checking offside. I don't think it was. It's my view, but
they're check on hopefully. Oh, sure. See, this is why we love everyone getting involved in the chat. First of all, well done, Graham. More like Sky Sports, hell no. Because it was offensive to everyone who has eyes. It's just awful. So it was meant to be this channel, wasn't it, that was like celebrating women's sports, and we all kind of went, oh, okay. And then the marketing just completely missed it. So Paul thought he would use that branding for our new marketing campaign. So let us know in the chat what you think about it. How's this for everyone? I mean, personally, looks perfect. Paul, tell us where your inspiration came from for this one.
We're Alan Sugar and Karen Brady on The Apprentice, Paul. Just talk us through this.
Yes.
Please.
Well,
that's what you process.
Obviously, we saw from some of the finest and most expensive marketing minds on the planet, working with a, until now, respected national brand.
Kicking my knee.
Girls Like Pink was my inspiration.
Oh God, I've just seen the hashtag. It gets better.
And as we know, it's see, it works in layers. You see, there's
so many layers to this, Paul. I thought I'd seen everything, but no, I've just seen match of the day.
That's what I mean.
That's incredible.
But see, this is my point. You see, clearly girls don't understand anything unless it's written in pink.
It's true.
And sparkly.
Neon pink, to be precise. Yeah.
Neon pink, to be precise. It all has to be presented in memes as well.
Yeah.
With hashtags. It has to be relentlessly positive with good vibes. Hence, Girl Boss Goals, which was actually a thing that they
no, it wasn't.
for their goal of the week. No, it really was. Girl Boss Goals of the week was a thing.
Girl Boss. Oh God.
That they put in there.
I'm gonna be sick.
And obviously, we had to go with Alicia Lehman because she just slays, And,
she does.
She is so fetch right now, and going for the market.
Happen. But Paul, you didn't put any Labubus on there.
Oh, it's because I didn't have room,
Or Dubai chocolate.
And of course.
Is there a Stanley Cup on there? Not that one, the other one. If there's the Stanley Cup.
Oh, that's the point. I haven't put a Stanley Cup on there. As in, so there is. I've put the matcha core, but I haven't put the Stanley Cup that the matcha core would be in, which of course is wrong.
Just honestly, hashtag match of the day is incredible.
But obviously as well, when we're marketing women's sports, you see, there's layers to this because the vast majority of it is marketed at women, with the pinkness and the matches, all that sort of stuff. But men only watch women's sports because they want to shag the players. So that's why we put a picture of Alicia Lehman, because that's all male football fans can think of. See? No male football fan can watch women's sport without wanting to have sex with them. And that's Alicia Lehman, who is the person who every single male football fan knows. So, see? Thinking.
And I will just point out, Chloe looks like fire's going to come out of her eyes in a minute.
Can I all just point out, by the way, for anyone who has just tuned in for that bit?
I was going to say, we will just point out. Completely satire.
Yes.
Complete satire. We do not think this before someone clips it up as well. Satire. And just see the clips now that Paul's at it again. But yes, so it was just completely off the mark, wasn't it? Just completely. So we welcome women's football, anything that supports women's football, but don't infantilize it, don't patronize it. Like, we can understand sports without a filter. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be sparkly.
Was it as well? The vast majority of the posts were about men's sport, and they were. And not even about men's sport in a...
Well, that's the thing, yeah.
Talking about it, way in a men's sport way, which the vast majority of women, quite frankly, have complained about the way women's sport is presented to men.
Yeah, how it's marketed to make it look more appealing to men. Yeah, absolutely. And it completely missed the mark. So we did want to have a little joke with it before we go on to our football. Now, of course, there's a...
Gary has pointed out, as someone who is far more aware of fandom communities and how they work than me, the Sinkeraz call bit was clearly a desperate attempt to get involved with the shipping community, as in people who imagine, relationship community. Not
those who listen to the shipping forecasts.
Yeah,
not those ones. Not real ships, relationships. Yes, and it's sad, isn't it? It's a sad state of affairs because the majority of people, get young girls into sport, absolutely, but also they don't need that either for it to be interesting or cool. Like, just the sport speak for itself. Like, if it's quality, if it's skill, that's what you need to watch. You don't need anything else.
They clearly watched a very, very narrow part of women's football TikTok, and that, but there
unfortunately, the loudest part, yes.
there is also the argument that some coverage of women's football has created this with all the certain podcasts and the good vibes only and the focus on this stuff. Now created it to the point where Sky Sports are going, well, these are popular and people listen to them and always talk about
This clearly works. Yeah, no. But at least what the positive thing I will say is that they saw the reaction and they've gone, sorry, we'll take it down. We'll have a rethink. So, they're taking accountability for that at least. So just wanted to...
me because I also looked at it and just went, are we now going to have Sky Sports Alpha that only talks about Ant Middleton growling into a camera and,
Well, I didn't think it was... I generally thought it was a piss take. I didn't realise it was a real thing. I was like, oh. It's real. So we just wanted to have a little fun with that one. But of course, before we will get to the WSL, I promise. There is another competition on tonight that
nobody has
everyone cares
mentioned,
about, including me. The Europa Cup is back on again this week because it's the second leg of the round of 16. Remember last week we had the first leg and we talked about it. So second leg this evening, and I think it was Chris that mentioned it because Chris, you're wonderful, knows keep up to date with things. Sporting and Glasgow City are 1-1, which means their aggregate is 2-2. So they've got 10 minutes left of regular time. So that's gonna that's going to be the nail biter because let's have a look who else has gone through. Sparta Prague won 4-0 on the night against Young Boys, so they're through to the next round. We've got Reykjavik 4-2 on the night, which means 4-3 overall, so they're through. Northland 4-0 against Mura, so they win 5-0 on aggregate. Hacken and Inter, it was 0-0 at full time, so that means Hacken win 1-0 overall. Then we've got Austria Vienna 2-1 against Anderlecht this evening, which means on aggregate it was 3-1, so Austria Vienna go through. So yes, there's 9 minutes left of that Europa game, and Chris has beat me to it again. There has been another goal in the Paris versus Benfica match, and it's Paris again who scored to take the lead to make it.
Is it Marlene Chavat in goal, by the way?
Yes, there we go.
Your top of the tag is excellent.
Thank you very much. Yes, so we, me and Danny did say this before we came live, and we're like, I'm not bigging up Chavs. But Chavas, before we went live, made a spectacular save. So I was like, yep, that's it.
Chloe Kelly's just been subbed off after she's already been booked. She just made a crunching challenge, and so Renee's just brought her off straight away.
And Slaggers have just gone, no,
we're not having it.
They're bringing Caitlin Ford on, which we all know, #Fordy enthusiast.
Caitlin Ford.
I thought that Chloe Kelly had a bad knee injury, which is why she hasn't been starting. But then she started. I'm really confused by this whole situation.
And then back in the England squad
as well. That apparently she's been having really bad knee problems, which is why she's not been starting. Yet she started now, and she's
a Balamori.
She's also got the England call up. So I'm really confused by it.
That has set off very comedy sanctimonious journalism, which is always fun. Because people have pointed out, as Chloe did, a bit weird that massive knee problems and all this stuff. And Tim Stillman, that famously impartial Arsenal journalist, but basically went on a rant about how people talk about stuff and they don't know anything, and it's so many bad takes with injured players. It's like, yeah, you feed it now. But anyway.
No, but that's the thing, you can only talk about what you're given at the end of the day, can't you? And if that's been the story and that's been the anecdote of a bad knee, then you believe it until proven otherwise. But yeah, seems she's ready to start the match, as Chloe said, and then obviously getting called up to the England squad again. So maybe it's better. It's all better now. But yeah, very, very strange indeed. So we'll keep an eye on that one. And it's 2-2, Vålerenga St. Polten. I don't know if I'd already mentioned that one. And it was a penalty by Jay Klein, which sounds like lawyers, which is incredible. makes it 2-2.
Either that or a German rapper. J. Klein.
J. Klein.
J. Klein.
Very good. Very good. I like it. I also love that everyone shouts Desmond at us now whenever there's a 2-2. I absolutely love it.
That's another one of Danny's legacy moments. I'm sure Danny is the first person to use that one.
No, I'm not.
Desmond.
That's been used.
Well, the first one to have used it on this podcast.
On the pod. Yeah, to bring it.
I said this in our group chat, but I really want a book of Danny for Christmas. Just all of
Danny.
those days.
Book of Danny, yes.
We'll raffle it off.
Available in no good bookshops.
All the rubbish ones. Available in all the bargain bins.
Oh, I'd love that though.
We can sell it as a PDF. Like for
Yes.
members, we can sell it. As a
Put it on
PDF.
Etsy. Downloadable content. Yes.
Hashtag Danny call. Like
yeah.
Oh,
that would be brilliant. Absolutely.
Katie McCabe just took a swing, a fake swing at the ball to let the ball go out for a corner. It almost hit the defender. That was almost ended it in tears.
I was going to say, we've had a few calls this weekend where balls have been absolutely blasted at other players. And they've had to take a minute to be like, no, hang on, I can't get up. It was actually the Villa game. There was a few dirty bits of play going on there. Then, shall we? Oh, yeah, go.
I think it's Russo again, is it?
I was going to say, Chris almost beat you there.
Russo again, 2-1. Yeah,
Russo again.
Header from that corner.
Oh.
Boreham Wood goes ballistic.
Yes, because
is this where we prove how clutch she is and Chloe Kelly is in fact not clutch and it's Russo instead? So there's going to be a Russo Baller League team or something.
Oh God, no, not Baller League.
Has the defender gone down as Russo's headed it? Just before she's headed it, the defender's just kind of fallen onto the floor. I don't know if she's been touched by Russo or not, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of contact.
That's just
I'm tired.
Rolling over in the box.
Yes. So we'll wait for an update there.
I don't think it's anything to do with the goal. I don't think the goal's been given. It's all good. But
okay.
She just fell over.
Tried it on. She fell over. It almost feels like at a certain point you probably should stop singing that, but it's just so tempting when they do indeed fall over. Zach says there a marker fell down. So free header, yeah. Play on. Right then, let's have a look, shall we, at some WSL football this evening. I don't really want to talk about one of them, so we'll go through who is gonna talk about them.
We had to cover the NWSL. You will talk about.
Should we get
talk? And we really get something out of you. However, Danny, we're going to start with you because Brighton versus Leicester. 4-1, just couldn't stop scoring. Now, I was watching this, rightly or wrongly, on Sky Sports Multiview. And
that's what's Halo.
Well, pretty much it was like the full Brighton game because they just kept scoring. But Seike is a heck of a player, isn't she? Yeah. Take us through this one, please.
Yeah, she is. She had an outstanding game. Susan Purr Player of the Week for me, Seike. But I thought for the first 25 minutes, Leicester were actually in the game. They were frustrating Brighton quite a lot. They looked like they were carrying a threat themselves as well. Chimaka Ndozi was in great form. We talked about Baggers earlier with the England squad, and she hasn't really been playing for Brighton. This is why, because Ndozi has been brilliant. But she was keeping Leicester out. Our old favourite, Jutta Rantala, had an effort from distance, which she saved. Shannon O'Brien was put through. She got one saved as well. But Brighton started coming back into the game, and Seike was just at the centre of everything, basically. She hit the bar, and as soon as that happened, that seemed to wake Brighton up a little bit, and they took the lead. Madison Haley in the box, lovely little bit of play from Seike. I'm probably pronouncing this differently every time I say it, but she found Haley in the box. Lovely little finish as well, and that seemed to settle Brighton down a little bit. They made it 2-0 just after half time. Nicked the ball high up the pitch, had a little dance around the Leicester defence, and then Mylis and Pome, she stepped up and just lovely little side foot low side foot into the net. Don't know what I'm going to call that. There's probably is a word for it. It's a nice little side foot from the edge of the area for 2-0. And Leicester then they looked out of it. Looked like they weren't going to get banked into it at all. But then Coventry's own Shannon O'Brien through on goal, 2-1 out of nowhere. Lovely little touch over the I'm doing it with my fingers. Lovely little touch over the defender and a neat finish for 2-1. So Leicester back into it at that point, and you think maybe they can get something out of the game. But 2 late goals for Brighton, sealing it. Marissa Olislagers from the edge of the box for 3-1, and then Saiko again with a deserved goal for her on the rebound after Maisie Simon's strike was saved by Leipzig. So 4-1 probably flattered Brighton a little bit. But they needed it. I think that's their first win in the WSL since September, 6 or 7 games.
Is it?
But definitely feel like there's more to come from them. They always feel like a team where you sat there going, I know you can do better. I know you can do this, Brighton. You can do it. But they never have that consistency to do it on a regular basis. It's a big win for them. But more, they need to do it in more games in a row for me, Brighton, to do it. Because they've got the players, they've got the team to do it. And the manager wants more from them, especially as well. So, yeah.
Sorry, just distracted slightly. So Baptista, who is the Benfica coach, has just got a yellow card for his reaction because So there was a VAR review for a possible penalty card-ish, and it looked like I couldn't see who it was, but they'd come in and essentially they'd got the player before the ball, yada yada yada. But then there was also like a bit of a shoulder elbow barge as well, and it's Abigail Byrne, I believe, reffing this evening, and gone over to the monitor, and she's like, "No, drop ball." She had to watch it a few times, but. And then Benfica have gone, we told you. We told you we didn't do anything. So then there's clearly a lot of words happening on the sidelines as well. But yeah, so still 2-0 to Paddy for that one. Paddy wanted a penalty, but not. So Brighton, if they keep this up then, annoyingly, there's an international break. But they are they're not in Sandwich Cup form this weekend, are they? Because they just play Charlton? Hang on.
I've got lost in who's played and who's not in the Sandwich.
Sandwich Cup. Let's have a no, they've already played. Yeah, that was the Charlton match. So that was... Yes, that was last Wednesday. They played where it was 1-0 against to Charlton, I should say, sorry, in that one. Right then. So that was 4-1 to Brighton. 4-1 to Brighton. Chloe, we've got to come to you next because you were there. You were there for this one. This was Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1. Now, not only Liverpool's first point of the season, but of course, taking away points from Chelsea as well, which we all know is quite impressive to do. So yeah, do Liverpool look better, or what do you think? This point in the season, take it away.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if Liverpool just looked better or it was a case of a Chelsea rotation because they made a few changes. They'd also play. Did it play on Thursday or Wednesday in Champions League? Was it Thursday? I think it was Thursday. I want to say Thursday.
Yeah, because we weren't watching it, were we?
Maybe. I think I'm gonna go Thursday. If I'm wrong, correct me. But they'd also played Thursday to Sunday, and then they play again tomorrow. So they had like a 3-game week. So it might just been tiredness type thing. But Chelsea not only dropping points, but also Liverpool taking a point is absolutely huge. Also, Betta Olsen's goal was absolutely fantastic. She scored 3 and 3.
What a signing she's been, by the way. Finally off the bench and finally
she's been
into fruition. Yeah,
an incredible signing, but also feel like Gazety, new nickname unlocked, has
Gazza,
Gazety.
Be here at the Totally Wicked Stadium.
Gaza boy, he
Gaza boy,
Gaza boy,
fantastic.
Gazete.
But they played on Tuesday. Okay, scrap everything. Thursday, Tuesday, whenever. They played in Champions League. Was a
last week, some point.
the point I was trying to make was they played in Champions League. So was it tiredness? Was it rotation? Was it this, that, or the other? Like, I don't know. Or Liverpool just better now. Who actually knows? But they're still at the bottom of the table. But it was, to be fair, Erin.
That was so harsh. Well, still at the bottom.
I'm really bitter, okay? Just let me live.
Really let you live in a bitterness.
I'm still saying with that Liverpool team in my Football Manager universe, I've taken them to second. So you're just saying that I beat them.
So it can be done.
You know, Gazetty.
Gazetty, if you're watching, we've got some suggestions.
Alyssa Thompson got her 3rd goal of the season.
Yes. That was a nice goal, wasn't it? Enjoyed it. Aesthetically pleasing.
Oh, it was lovely. It was lovely to watch.
Easy on the eye, yes.
Yeah, it was.
Is that when the commentator kept calling her Alicia Thompson?
Oh, commentators. I've got some good ones, by the way, especially about Kumagai. We'll come back to that.
And I was like, Alicia? Is that how you say it? Have I been said
it is?
Alicia? Yeah, it was absolutely beautiful, that goal. Captain played the ball wide to Thompson and she curled it perfectly right past Faye Kirby. But Grace Fisk struck a half volley, which I thought was going to go in, but it went wide. Then Alyssa Thompson came close to giving Chelsea a second. She found space in a very similar words. What are they? She found space in a very similar position to the first goal, but the defense was really well marked, and Lily Woodham then made an absolutely insane run and completely outrun Millie Bright. Threaded the ball through to Olsen, who just slotted it straight past Peng, and became the first Liverpool player to score in 3 consecutive WSL games since Rachel Furness in February 2020.
Oh, what a stat!
There's a little stat for you. That is in my match report, which you can read live. Shameless plug there.
Hey, you plug away, Chloe.
How crap was Millie Bright? Because on telly,
it's that the new segment.
On screen,
where was she? She was in completely the wrong place as well, wasn't she? She was like the other side of the road. She's almost at Goodison Park.
That's it. Because when Olsen set off, Bright had about 6 months to get into position and still ended up 3 or 4 yards behind her. And
because lots of people again, we've got Chelsea fans in the chat, haven't we? But I think you were maybe going to say this, Paul. There's lots of people now saying, is she starting? We know she's captain. We know she's made, the WSL starts. I think she's overtaken Jordan Nobbs now, hasn't she? But is she at the level to start where Chelsea need her to be, taking away sentimentality? Do you reckon? What do we think?
Oh, that was close.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Sorry.
I mean, I don't know what it is. Millie Bright I've been said this about Millie for a while, that she just hasn't seemed like she's not as quick as she used to be, and all the players do seem to be massively outrunning her and outpacing her. I know she was taken off at the start of the second half.
Yeah, that
this time. Sorry.
That's all right. I thought it was going to be a moment.
When you're just yanking her at the start of the second half and going, "Nah, Millie, you're done. We'll put the £1 million centre back that we brought into the game."
The one that we bought, yeah. No, it's a shame because you've got players that you think, right, they're the club through and through. We don't want to lose them, but it is a business at the end of the day, isn't it? You've just got to play your best players. Because I know who was saying that, Zach was saying, Chelsea had 5 subs to give people a rest. So it was a lot of rotation, wasn't it? But it just comes down to, well, who's actually going to perform on the day, who's going to be able to do enough in the league, and they've got the squad to do that, haven't they, Chloe? They've got that depth. So everyone should ideally be. Oh, that was close. Sorry. Skimmed the top of the net. Benfica nearly got one back. But yeah, so Chelsea should have that ability to rotate and still be top quality.
Yeah, 100%. And to be fair, they didn't play badly. I just don't think that they had enough. I do think it was a big loss with Hannah Hampton being injured, and it has been confirmed that she probably won't be back until 2026, which is a little bit of a concern.
So that's what, 3 WSL games before the winter break?
Very much so.
Yeah.
If that even, I don't
But you know what?
Missing break now, isn't it? It's like international break, and then.
Do you know what? She's missing for when we play Chelsea, though. The boycott.
Yeah, everyone check your fantasy teams.
You know what? The boycott might.
Imagine if the travelling to the city of Liverpool just becomes nightmarish for Chelsea this season, because obviously Liverpool beat them 4-3 last season.
Yeah, they're bogey team.
I mean, we're playing them at Kings Meadow, so it would definitely be like an 18-0 loss. But and then the boycott will be back on until the week after when it's Arsenal.
Until they go, hang on, we watched that podcast, we know what you were saying. No, it is a strange state of affairs, but again, Chelsea still picking up points. Yeah, Nancy, tell us what you think.
To mention though, Chloe turning on Brian Sorensen is.
So we've gone from I want her.
Phrasing. I apologise. I will think Chloe
turning on.
Chloe deciding she doesn't like Brian Sorensen anymore.
What happened in that press conference?
I mean, there's got to be some way to cheer him up. Like desperate measures at this point, but.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Sorry, Chloe.
What else? 1-on-1 in the press room.
Sorry, and now what is going on?
You can make these jokes. I'm not. I don't want.
Oh no, Paul, you're not doing anything.
I don't want Chloe to give me the look over the glasses, because you know that has made much stronger men than I quail. So. You know, but Chloe deciding she didn't like Brian Thompson anymore and boycotting, to use a wrestling analogy, is full on Shield betrayal level. She's going to be she's just going to appear behind Brian with a chair at some point, silently.
There's always a plan B.
Well, I say I'm boycotting.
It was me, Brian. It was me.
I say I'm boycotting. I'm going to Everton, Arsenal, and then I'm boycotting. I'm boycotting in the new year. The boycott. I'm going for one last donut, and then the boycott starts.
It's the vicious cycle every week.
I'll boycott.
I'm boycotting. Actually, I'm going to go for this one, and then I'm going to boycott. Yeah. Then I'll boycott for the next one.
Just get a donut, and then.
While I'm getting a donut, I might as well stay for the game. And then.
Do you not remember the whole whirlwind of emotions? Do you not remember the whole whirlwind of Man City, where it was like they scored, I'm like, I'm boycotting, I'm never coming back. Then we equalised, and I was like, well, do you know what? I might actually come back again because we're actually playing all right. Then we played the best football I've ever seen in my life, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to boycott. And then Man City scored and went, yeah, that's it, I'm over it. I'm not coming back.
Can I just?
So what we could say, Chloe, is that you're fickle.
I love it. I love the team too much.
Apocalyptic levels of shade Emily is throwing in the chat casually, just with. Like in the nicest possible way, just with if Everton manage to get a point, I'm definitely just going to say it's due to Chelsea being tired.
You know what? We're not getting a point against Chelsea. We're never going to. They're going to win 18-0, and I'm going to use the same excuse.
1:08, 41 seconds. Clip that one, Sam. So when Chelsea win, when Everton win 1-0 with a Kelly Gargo goal in the last minute.
No, because I don't think Kelly's going to. I think Kelly's injured. Kelly's injured. Maz is injured. Everyone's injured. Our court's back though, so I'm sticking around for our court. She's the only reason.
Well, good news about our court.
She's the only reason to live then, but that's a bit deep. But
a little bit deep, yeah. But good news about our court, Chloe. Go. She's
our court. Yeah, she's back. Our court is back.
She's
baby.
back. Yes.
She's back in training. She's back on the bench. She's back in the Ireland squad.
She is.
Our court.
She's back on the island. I was like, what island have you sent her to?
What island?
She's already been sent.
Just yellow card. Benfica are getting a bit scrappy.
the only good
Yes,
thing
ma'am.
going for Everton at the minute because I don't like them. I'd like Brian out. I've turned.
Well,
on
you
him.
know what?
You've turned.
You have. You've turned.
I'm going to disagree with Chloe and say that the worst thing Everton could do is sack Brian at this point. Because this is what happened.
Wasn't it? That was a sinister door there.
What was that?
That Brian?
That was Rosie appearing. Just like Chelsea.
Head.
I have a really sinister door. Like hashtag the sinister door.
Oh, and it's 3. It's 3 to Paddy out of nowhere. Header. Beautiful header.
What?
By number 7. Turn around.
Yourself for a wee minute until I fix this fucking door.
Hang on. Number 7, Paddy, 3-0. Oh,
Faye is trying to be professional and like match report.
I'm excited about the score. Oh, they're checking it. Hang on.
Wouldn't Soccer Saturday be so much better if you had like creaky doors in the background?
And just people having chats about other things and Brian Sorensen.
Zach with there. Remember to vote for best podcast.
We're just ruining their hopes tomorrow night, aren't we? The FSA panel has been right. Well, let's just go back to the last one they did.
Are they really the best content creator on the internet? Let's have a look.
in all seriousness, though, I think that...
Oh, not allowed. Oh, hang on.
Fair enough. I'll shut up then.
Why?
Not
Why
allowed.
was it?
Not allowed.
I think there's about 7 different conversations going on at once.
Oh yeah, I've no idea what's going on now, by the way, on the pod.
I mean, to be fair, I'd like that on commentary, and I still want to get by.
Phil Neville's got a mention though. So,
there you go.
Phil Neville appears through the creaking door.
they used to take the mick out of the Twilight Zone on Futurama with the scary door, randomly, and I'm just like, you know.
I love that the players are so feisty against Abigail Byrne. She's just putting her hand out like, wait, go away. The proper shouting at her. Fourth official. Whistle. Right, what's anything? There's loads of fog descending as well. So outside. Yes, I'm naming positions. Yes.
Just naming football items.
Is the Undertaker music starting as well? Are we just like going full? The lights
honestly, it looks so sinister. So sinister. With the fog descending. Okay, no goal. No explanation why. Can't tell you. Who knows? Oh, but they're on the attack again. Oh, and they saw it out. There we go. Right, still 2-0 then. There we go. Betty FC. I am trying, Graham. I am very trying. But we just, creaking doors, we just do get distracted. But yeah, Chloe, we were talking about Liverpool, Chelsea. Anything else for that one that we haven't mentioned? Or was that about everything?
I think that's about it.
Are we not talking about the post-game drama where Sonia just didn't turn up?
Oh yeah, she just got on the bus, didn't she?
Just got on the bus.
Yeah, so we spoke to Gazety and got some quotes from him. And then Andy, the Liverpool media guy, said, oh, if you're waiting for Sonia, she's already gone. She's on the bus. She just went straight to the bus. And I'm like, oh, that's a bit weird. I've done many a press conference with Sonia and she's never done that before. So that's a bit weird.
Chelsea fans want her head, don't they, as well? It's very weird.
Well, yeah, because they're not winning emphatically like they did under Emma Hayes. Suddenly they think Sonia's the wrong person. But they're still getting points. Like, they're still winning. It's not as if they're playing badly. They're just playing differently.
No, they should be so lucky they're getting points.
I'd love to get a point.
Points.
Just one. Just one.
Getting points.
Maybe just 1 point.
Just
imagine
honestly,
God, imagine not being beat by bottom of the table, have nil points.
Well, you know what, Chloe, you do have some thoughts, so why don't you go straight into West Ham Everton? Because this one, because of course the two that we keep talking about are No, West Ham and Liverpool still at the bottom, still 0 points. And this is the first week where they've both got points for the first time. But West Ham just completely ran away with this one. Chloe, can we blame injuries to a certain extent, or what do you think?
I have notes.
I was going to say, everyone get ready. Chloe may unravel.
I have notes. I
came prepared.
I came prepared.
Timelines and proof.
For people who think me versus Mark Skinner is bad, you have never seen a Chloe.
I have a full page of notes.
Go on then, Chloe. Take it away.
Okay, so we have got more injuries than I can name. The latest added to the list are Kelly Gargo and Maz who?
Kelly Gargo.
Just completely butchered her name. And Maz. Maz is. Have you seen the size of her ankle? The size of Maz's ankle, not it.
What was wrong with Maz's ankle? Did she do it during the match or before the match?
Oh no, I think she did it in training, but she's just got a moon boot and a huge ankle.
Oh no.
So we've got her and Kelly. I've got no idea what it is, but we're missing Kelly. Karen Holmgarson wasn't fit to start.
Real Madrid they're through. No, they're not.
No.
We also had.
Apologies.
We also had no striker starting, despite the fact that Cassius Noyce was on the bench.
That's not nice.
I know she came on and scored, but that's not the point here. The point is, we had literally no striker starting. We had Tony Payne and Katie Robinson up front. Katie Robinson was acting as a striker. She can't do it.
Katie Robinson pretended to be a football player at one point, most of the time as well.
Ruby Mace was.
Katie Robinson.
I mean, to be fair, I love her at her actual position. She's really good at that. Any other position, not so good. Ruby Mace was a centre back when she's normally a centre mid. Martina Fernandez was a right back when she is normally a centre mid. I still have absolutely no idea where Claire plays because she's literally just absolutely everywhere. The only positive about this was that our court is back on the bench and she's fine and she has to start against Newcastle because if Rambo's in goal, God help us, because that second goal from West Ham, I'm sorry, but she could have saved that. I think she could have got them all. I'm so frustrated because we've got so many good players. We've got such a good squad. But we can't do anything because there's no sense of leadership at all in that team. Like Brian doesn't know what he's doing. Okay. I've even heard from people that one of the players on the pitch showed to him where we're meant to be, and he just went, I don't know. Like he hasn't got a clue anymore, and it's starting to show that I just think he's really out of his depth. Like we've won one game in 7 and we let the bottom of the table take 3 points. It's not on. Like we're gonna be in trouble soon. We're gonna be bottom of the table, relegation, bye Everton. It can't happen. And I really, really do think that this is a time that we just need to get new management in. We need to get that ball rolling again. We need to get back to what Everton once was. We've got a beautiful, stunning new ground. We've got beautiful, stunning new players. We've got all of this incredible potential. And like last week against Man City, probably some of the best football I've ever seen us play because we played some of our players in the correct position. This week against West Ham, absolute monstrosity, absolute shit show, like absolutely no thank you, bye-bye. It's just not working. And I really, really do feel that if we want to progress, we need to say bye to Brian. We need a new team. And it breaks my heart saying this because I absolutely love Brian Sorensen and we all know this, but I just don't think
not anymore.
I just
say his name and he appears.
Who's that handsome chap in the top corner? That's good, isn't it?
It was just like Danny just subtly calling
ex-Everton as well. Can we just add? I just don't think it's working with Brian anymore, and it does break my heart because I know how much he loves the club, he loves the culture, but I just think if we don't start getting results soon, we are going to have to start thinking because after the international break, our first 3 games after international break are Chelsea away, Arsenal at home, and then Man City away. They are 3
nice easy games. Yeah,
they are ridiculously awful, tough. No, it's Phil Neville actually.
Yeah, David, wrong Neville, mate, wrong Neville.
Actually, it's Phil.
Let's double check.
It's 3 absolutely really tough games that are just not gonna. It's just not gonna happen, and I do think that we need to just get rid of Brian, and we need a new manager, and we need new. I know we never thought. I mean, I would like Renee Sluggers.
I want Renee.
Well, we know that. That was only
I want Renee.
On that as well, though, the 3 games that you mentioned, you get a new manager in, and you've got 3 massively tough games to start off with. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't. You then got like, are you going to get the right person in that's going to get your players going for those 3 games, or is it worth just sticking with Bry for those fixtures anyway, when you're unlikely to get loads of points from that in any way, rather than bringing a new person in and it just not work out from the start?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's just
I'm still thinking Bry.
It's tough, isn't it? Because like I just feel like we're not progressing with Brian anymore. We're just not. I mean, it's been a lot. It's been tough. It's been a very hard few months for me as an Everton fan. Yeah,
you're talking to a Villa fan. We know that. But it's true though, isn't it? Like you want something to change, want a bit of magic, something a bit different. Injuries we know make it hard though, and kind of as a manager, I know you were saying about players playing out of position and stuff, but if you've literally got no other option, I know you said there were kind of options on the bench, but you want to be able to bring someone on, don't you? Because I was looking at one of the matches, I think it was Portsmouth, we'll talk about in a bit, but they used all their subs. They had no one else. So if something else had happened,
left.
like got nothing left. But yeah, it's just it's frustrating though when you cannot see it going your way.
It's just also like we were in this position last year as well, with having 0 players down to injury, but this time it just feels so much different and like somehow worse than it was last year. But I think also last year we had a slight hope, like we won the game against Liverpool like 7 games in, and everything seemed to change because Joe still had injuries, but we still managed to. I mean, last season we beat Man City at home. Am I going to mention it? Of course I bloody am. I wasn't there because I went to watch Liverpool Arsenal. Biggest regret of my life that I wasn't there to watch us win against Man City, but hey, what can I do? Went to watch Arsenal instead. Had a great time. I can't even anymore.
Fake fan.
I'm a big fan. I've accepted it now. But no, I just don't know what. I mean, I don't know what to do in life or in general, but I don't know what to do about this team, because I am very much team Brian out, but also I completely agree with Danny's point that 3 tough games is not worth it when we're going to lose anyways. That's not exactly what he said. I've added words on, but
it's essentially what I was trying to say without saying it.
Yeah. And as Danny kind of said as well, you don't want to rush that process, because if a new manager is a big thing, so you want the right person to come in, don't you? So it's probably, the higher ups are thinking about it, think, the form's not great, but then you have to look at, why, and is it worth changing at this point? I still think they'll be all right. I do. I'm not as an impartial.
Half like they did last season, like second half of the season like they did last season when they went on a 6 or 7 game winning streak.
I just think they've had really bad luck so far. So yeah, there's time. I think November and December always feel rough anyway, because the weather's changing and it's miserable. So everyone's more, a bit more sad about it.
At the top of the championship, and it feels quite good, to be honest.
Yeah. Right then, let's do some quick full times. Now all of the games are finished in this evening's Champions League. So Arsenal finished 2-1. They'll be very happy with that against Real Madrid. Paris finished 2-0 not 3. And Vålerenga St Paulton ended 2-2. So the table, I thought I was going to give you the table. Looks like at the moment, bear with. So Lyon on 10 points at the top, Wolfsburg on 9, Barcelona 9, Man United 9. So as it stands, Man United are going through. So yeah, just down to, well, those bottom spots could maybe still move. So we'll keep you up to date next time with what happens. But yeah, some really good matches there this evening. I love it when there's something live on in the background and we can really go for it. Now I'm going to get another rough match out of the way. This was Villa 1, London City 3. Fuming. Absolutely fuming. London City are the most boring team I've ever watched in my life. And it was just a crap game. It was just Villa were out on top for 10-15 minutes, as Villa do. Izzy Goodwin had a chance in like the second minute or something. We were like, nope, close those gaps. And we did well. Kirsty Hansen hit the crossbar. Rach had a shot from distance. But the big thing for Villa was that Anna Patton, who we know is so crucial to that back line, dropped out minutes before kickoff because she was ill. So suddenly we've had Miri Taylor drop back and did a fantastic job, by the way, in defence. She really gets stuck into it. And then Rach came on. So normally we've got Georgia Mullet and Kirsty Hansen up top, which we still did. But we then had Rach behind them when normally Rach was coming on for Georgia Mullet. So it was a bit of a mix. And it was really frustrating because London City, 2 of their goals came from set pieces. And you just think, if that defence was just a little bit tighter and if Anna Patton was there, because without Patsy, we don't have Lucy Parker either. She's injured. And our bench, talking about it as well, I think we only had another 2 outfield players. And that was it. And you just think that we don't have anyone. There's no one left to come on. And the key thing as well, obviously 3-1's horrendous, but a lot of the talk was about the referee as well. And unfortunately, it's another story of we need to talk about the ref. And apparently the ref in question has had questions about him in the men's game as well. So why not bring him into the women's game? It was his WSL debut.
Who was
and
it?
What a way to make an entrance. Sam Allison.
Oh, I've heard the name. Yeah.
Sam Allison. He came in because Miri was like, who's this guy? I've never seen him before. She got a yellow card as well for her reaction. And I made a list because this is how annoyed I was, right? So I know we don't like talking about the refs anymore, support, blah, blah, blah. But just when you're crap at a job, just go with. So we had blah, 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 blah. 10 minutes in, Kirsty took a hit to the face and player wasn't stopped. I know that's down to discretion, but it was head. So usually, you would. 38 minutes, Nikita Paris fell over. And Vilms was like, no, absolutely not. She's diving. The commentators then said, Paris uses her experience and she gets on with it quietly. It's like, quietly. Have you seen Nikita Paris? Chance of you're not fit to referee started at the 40th minute and continued for the rest of the game. There was a fair shoulder challenge between Georgia Mullet and Linari. Linari just completely stacked it. So they got the free kick, which is quite nice. Really close to the box, which shouldn't have happened.
Is that Elena Linari, international Italy defender, built like a brick
that
outlet?
One. Yeah.
Elena Linari going down.
Against Georgia Mullet.
Quite strong.
There was loads of instances like that. She could hold the play up, and then suddenly, as soon as she got to the box, she fell over. And I just thought that's happened a few times now. So yeah, really, really frustrating. But the thing that really annoyed us and what really changed the game as fans, as players, as staff, George Mullet was through on goal and he blew the whistle for half time. And everyone's reaction was, are you kidding? What are you playing at? And I know, again, it's down to the ref. If you played your stoppage time, when to blow it. But if a player is clearly through on goal and it is a goal-scoring opportunity, why the hell are you blowing your whistle?
Oh, that's horrific, because I genuinely think referees' guidance, because the guidance referees is that play is brought to an end as close as possible to the finishing time, but it has to be, in a neutral
position, and it wasn't.
There has to not be something obviously developing for either team.
Yeah. And she was through, and we all just kind of went, are you kidding? So, of course, everyone then surrounded him, being like, what is going on? So he booked Mary Taylor for her reaction. And he was, as Emma says there, he was smirking at the crowd. He was waving. He was really getting into it, proper like main character energy. And you just think, it just, like, be invisible. Like, a ref should be invisible. Like, we made a thing of, like, he got escorted off the pitch by the stewards. And normally, because I said this on the Monday pod for people who watch that, and Sean was like, no, that happens in the game. And we were like, we've not seen that in the women's game usually, only in, quite serious moments. But it wasn't just kind of like one steward. It was like three around him in like proper like high vis. No, I won't tell you that story actually, just in case. But so people were so angry because at the end of the day, yes, London City scored their goals, of course they did. But when you're then messing with the feeling of the game and you're not given anything, and I'm trying to be as object as possible with this without Villa feeling, but London City just weren't getting anything. It took Aslani until nearly the 70th minute to get a yellow, when she should have got one very, so much earlier than that. He didn't. Hi, Kai. Hello. Thanks for joining us. Ref didn't clock the poor back pass from Kumagai. Yeah, it was awful, absolutely awful.
Comments, and it's bad when it's from neutrals as well, or from people who aren't Villa fans who are saying,
that's the thing.
Billionaire owners team getting lots of decisions. Someone pointed out, this is the thing that really shocked me. Someone pointed out London City have had no penalties given against them and 5 for them this season. In only 9 games.
That's an interesting stat, isn't it? That's an interesting stat. There was also one, the ball went very obviously out of play and it was given the wrong way as well. So it was just completely poor all over the pitch. It was awful. And it was one of them games where you're like, I don't even want to talk about it or think about it because it wasn't fair. And I know that sounds so childish, but it wasn't. There was so much stacked against it. And, you get to a point where I was looking at the stats and we had more shots. We had more touches in the box. We did everything right. But the game was just stacked against you from the beginning. And then, of course,
you say that because sorry, just because on the BBC highlight show, there's no mention of that at all. Like in terms of any bad decisions or anything like that, it was all just like concentrate and focus on the Villa defending. So there's nothing like controversial mentioned at all. I don't think so. Very interesting.
No, and that's the thing. And
you wonder what would happen if a game like that happened against a team with influence, and that sounds harsh on Villa, but you know what I mean.
No, but that's true. Yeah. Well, we saw the Arsenal-Chelsea match, didn't we? With all the decisions and everyone suddenly up in arms and, let's talk about it. And it's like, well, it happens elsewhere. Some really bad decisions. And Graham will know from the Charlton match at the weekend, there were penalty calls there, either, not given.
I mean, the one I remember, we ranted about it at the time. Emily brought it up as a Liverpool fan, I'm not surprised. But the way that Borgreffer was penalised for having Nikita Paris try and cut her off at the knees, and apparently given a penalty to London City.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and you just think, how was that given? But it just
it doesn't do
really
the league any favours, because particularly with the owners and the money, people will turn around and go, hold on.
Yeah, and you couldn't take it seriously, and I think that's what was really upsetting, because we're still 8th in the table, we've still got 10 points. It could be a lot worse. We know that. We saw what last season brought right at the beginning, but we brought. Talking about the subs, let's talk about some good stuff. So we had. Yeah, shouts for offside, nothing given, of course. But yeah, Kirsty Hansen gives a role all the time. It was good to have Chastity Grant back. There were so many positives that I can look at, but it was so overshadowed by everything else that happened. But yeah, Georgia Mullet, fantastic young player. I know we talk about her all the time, but there was a lovely through ball from her to Daly, and you just think, if Lette was just slightly to the left, then that would have been a lovely goal. But yeah, just the one thing I will end on, because I don't want to go on. The commentators are always hilarious, and there was, I can't remember who it was, but there was two. There's a male and a female, and they couldn't decide between them how to pronounce Kumagai. So it went from Kumagai, Kumagi, Kumeji, and I think once they said Kumagai, and I was like, so who are you talking about? But yeah, I mean, Freya Godfrey, we talked about her earlier, had a really good match. Said last week, don't give her space, and she was left in space at some points. But yeah, at the end of the day, it got into the second half, and you could just tell the magic was gone. And it was really, really disappointed. So if anyone from, the FA, from anyone is watching, I really hope complaints have gone in about that match. So then that support can be given, and then that doesn't happen again, because that was a really crap match to go through. So unfortunately it did end 3-1 to London City. But let's talk about something fun. Paul, Manchester derby. City 3, United 0, and the complete opposite of what happened last season. So yeah, take us through the Manchester derby. Bit of fun.
See this? If I had swung this at Mark Skinner's head, it wouldn't have hit him as hard as reality hit Manchester United.
I did think I was like, are we going to get sued for the end of this comment or what? But yeah, keep going.
Because yeah, I said if. I did not say I would actually hit him. But yes, Manchester United meet reality. Reality meet Man United. Because the way Man City played in that first half was imperious. There is no other word for it. And imperious is such a wonderful word anyway.
I love it, yeah. I love the use of it.
But like you say, Man United looked like girls against, can you say girls against women, I suppose, is the equivalent of men against boys?
Okay, yeah.
The way City came out and the way City were, I mean, Lauren Hemp's, well, we'll start with the last goal first, because why not? Kirsten Kasparai might be the best right back in the world.
Player of the season. I think awards now.
Yeah.
That's player of the year.
I know that's controversial to say, and I could sit here and mock people who wear polo necks and their lack of footballing acumen. I could sit here and point out that Man United's defence looked about as coherent as a Scottish football fan at about the 98th minute last night. I could point out that there were points where I was watching Man United wondering if they had a plan A, never mind a plan B. But let's focus on things like Kirsten Kasparai being absolutely dominant down the right side.
Susan Perb.
I mean,
the Susan of all Susans. Queen of the Susans.
I did enjoy particularly because Kirsten Kasperai, as we know, is an outstanding human being in the way she has advocated support for trans people and advocated support for acceptance and all that sort of thing. And regrettably, even though every time it happens, you have people on the fan base going, "Oh, they don't represent us. They don't represent Man United fans or whatever." There was an increasing number of, "I don't like Man United because of Kirsten Kasperai, and she wants men to play in women's sports," and all that.
That idiot! Yeah, I saw them.
Crap, but
I saw those tweets. Awful.
She wasn't the only one. There were others as well, and it's just like, firstly, get over it, but just. It made watching that game sweet, and knowing that Kirsten Kasperai playing out of her skin was not only a joy to watch, but it was really annoying bigots.
It was.
I want to focus particularly on the third Manchester United goal initially, because the way that the third Manchester United goal conceded, thank you. A lot of talk has been flying around about Anna Sandberg for Man United and how she's an amazing fullback. It's like, no, sorry, Anna, you met an amazing fullback and you were found wanting. Because particularly for the third goal, because it was Kasperai who dispossessed Anna Sandberg and just cruised past her.
Yeah.
Like when you've got two people running and one of them is clearly going full out and working very, very hard. Yeah. And the other one, even though they are, just looks effortless. That was Kasperai going past Sandberg. It was like watching a Ferrari overtake a Lada. It was just gone. And then she cuts inside and squares the ball to Lauren Hemp, who just looks up and has the freedom of Manchester to hit a shot. Because
freedom of Manchester. Wow.
Somehow Yulia Zigiotiome is the last central defender back. I don't know how that's the case, given they've got Maya Letitia, the most amazing centre back in the world, who is always where she should be. But she was nowhere to be seen, and Zigiotiome just stood off her, and Hemp went, "Thank you very much." And
I love that.
And did what Lauren Hemp does.
Yeah,
and
that's so good to have her back, isn't it? So good. That was the theme. Just Man City players doing what Man City players do. I mean, that Man United midfield might as well not have turned up for the amount of time they didn't get the ball. Because they were just... No.
They were...
And do you think... So, I'm sorry. Do you think this, when you talk about the reality of it, it's then coming back to that squad depth, isn't it? That they need it to be able to play multiple matches per week. So was it a fatigue thing, do you think?
I don't think it was a fatigue thing, because I think if you look at that Manchester United lineup they put out there, that was their full strength lineup. Apart from Fallon Tullis-Joyce in goal, who Manchester United probably point to, it's a big loss. I don't think it is, but that was their full strength lineup, because Riviere, Letitia, Janssen, Sandberg is the back four, and then Zigiotiome and Miyazawa, and then Jess Park, who we keep getting told is at Man United. Suddenly everybody's decided she is actually a good player after all, even though she's been doing it for Man City all the time.
She has.
One of the most overrated players in the WSL, and Leah Galton, and then Liz Turland up front. And you'd look at that Man City lineup, and every single player is better or was better on the day, won their individual battles. I mean,
that's what it comes down to.
We have to go again, because it's a day with a Y in it.
Have to, yeah.
But she just casually dominated the midfield, didn't put a foot wrong all game. And I'm sorry, but if that's Man United turning up for what is their banner must-win game of the season, they do not deserve to be where they are. And I know I've been Mark Skinner is fraud is the wrong word, because fraud is too dramatic. But Mark Skinner is a man who has somehow managed to fall upwards.
And it's a completely different dynamic this season, isn't it?
And I think that game was an example of reality where Skinner couldn't hide behind individual players because he happens to coach a team whose players individually are better than 70-75% of the league. The amount of money they put in. And they came up against equal players at the level that Mark Skinner thinks. I mean, post-match interview, he sits there with a straight face and says, I don't think Man City were that far ahead of us today.
It's funny. He said
3 goals, 5 points, and
he said similar things tonight after losing 5-2 as well. I saw earlier him talking about Wolfsburg, saying they've only had 6 shots on goal and scored 5 of them. I don't think they were much better than us, or something along those lines as well.
I mean, the man is deluded.
It's when he's like, they didn't deserve it, we gave it to them. And he said that a couple of times now. And you can say, give the ball away or whatever, but at the end of the day, they still did something with it. They could have missed their shot. So yeah, it is. I do look forward to his post matches. I really do.
I do, because I want to live in a world where Mark Skinner lives, because in Mark Skinner's world, Brexit never happened and we're all rich. But
what an afternoon! Imagine that, if that was an experience we could experience. But yeah, it was, I think, more of an emphatic win for City to show, we're top of the table and we're gonna stay there.
And again, we saw it tonight. We won't mention it, but again, they've come up against a squad that is playing and operating at the level he claims Man United are operating at. The players of the level that he claims Man United are operating at, and got absolutely played off the park.
And I think hopefully that's a bit more of a reality check that, again, most sane fans do know. But to compete at that point, you can only get so far. You need to bring in, I know I keep saying more players, but higher quality players and experienced players. And, Rolfa looks so at home in the Champions League. Like, you can tell that she's got that. But you can't rely on...
She still thinks she's playing for
you
Barcelona.
Can't rely on... What, you mean the ball's just not going to land at her feet? What? But yeah, it just shows, you might think you're at A level, but actually when it comes to it, when you compete, there's so much more to go. And again, that's down to the club as well, and an investment. So yeah, a massive 3-0 win for City.
I am loving the work of Andre Jeglitz, by the way, at the moment. Enjoying him.
Yes, they look like a brand new team, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably helping not having Champions League, isn't it, for them, just to keep that freshness about him. But
yeah,
he has the look. I don't know what it is about him. He's got the look of a movie character who comes back for one last job. I don't know why. I think why he reminds me of that. It's, like, it's just got the ball, and it's like, yeah, go on then.
And he's a really nice guy as well.
Nice. Go on, Yeggers.
Makes it even better. But yeah, he just seems like, like he knows what he's got to do.
He does. Can I talk about one moment from that game as well that I enjoyed more than anything? Not more than anything, but just as much. Viv, middle of the park, makes a challenge, picks the ball up and plays an incredible pass to Bunny Shaw, all in pretty much one movement. It was a thing of beauty. I enjoyed it immensely. I wish it was a goal, but it wasn't. So
and if it feels as well, she's made that move to City and she's not been talked about as much. And it's really sad because there's those beautiful moments that he's in.
I think the league takes it for granted a little bit. I think we maybe still don't know what we got. Like probably the greatest WSL player of all time, still doing her thing and doing it incredibly well.
And doing it very subtly. And
I think the reason I love watching the highlights of that, catching up on the highlights today, and I genuinely enjoy watching Man City now far more than most other teams, is because, like Danny says with Andre Jeglitz, they play football the way it's meant to be played.
Yeah,
like they play it as an art. Like we were talking about Brazil in the international break and saying that Brazil play football as an art, not a science. And when you watch Man City when they're on song like they were, in that game, and Hemp's celebration where she just kind of cruises away and then just grins at the crowd going like that. They look like a team. They look like a team that are enjoying themselves so much. Whereas Man United, it's joyless. Yeah, they win, but it's joyless from when they come on the pitch to the press conferences to the stifling style of football to the fact most of their goals are set pieces to, it's just they're really, really difficult to like in any way, shape, or form. Whereas Man City,
yeah, you want that magic, don't you? You want to be able to watch it and just be transported into it and not worry about anything else, but you just so in that moment. Yeah, no, I agree.
Just being able to watch players like Yui, like Viv Miedema, quietly do their thing, and know. And I think we're in a situation now with the WSL and we saw it with Sky Sports Halo and the way they tried to do things, and with all the sound bites and stuff. Everyone wants all the instant gratification and the girl boss stuff, whereas Man City, you can just watch players do football really, 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 really well.
Yes, for those of us who appreciate the aesthetically pleasing of the football. Yeah, Ryan's woken up. Hi, Ryan. He's very happy after the win this evening, as you should be, because the only game we haven't talked about from the weekend is that one down at the bottom: Spurs 0, Arsenal 0.
He's woken up after that game, after watching.
He has literally only just.
Oh God, it was one to forget. I think that one. But Spurs wouldn't have been able to do that last season, I don't think, or a couple of seasons ago. So Martin Hall definitely
take all the positives out of that game because they strangled Arsenal.
They did.
Yeah, they stood up and were counted in that game, didn't they? I think that's a good point for Spurs. Martin Hose, I think the way Martin Hose spoke after the game as well is wanting to find that consistency and talking about going toe to toe with Arsenal, and that's where he wants them to be on a constant level. I think they've got a top man in charge there, I think.
Yes. Yeah, someone who's going to really take them to that next level. And, looking at the table, they're not doing too badly, Spurs, are they? Fifth indeed. Same points as Arsenal. And we've got Liverpool still at the bottom there on 2.
I don't like it. They're lurking just behind the Champions League spaces.
Could you imagine if they did it? If
Kang goes up, we'll have a Kang versus Kang in the Champions League. Is that even possible?
So funny.
Well, that's the thing. They're going to have to really look at their rules and be like, "Can we do this?"
To turn up, just everyone turns up if Liverpool, if London City get into the Champions League, just everyone turn up with, "Hey, I voted for Kodos ballot."
I think we should all turn up dressed as Michelle Kang. That'd be quite fun. But no one mention it, and just everyone just.
Should we do that for last day of the
pod? Christmas pod, just Kangs.
The 12 Kangs of Christmas.
12 Kangs of Christmas.
12 Kangs of Christmas.
For New Year, we just have old Kang Sign.
Well done. The
spending limits be forgotten never. Sustainability is a crop for the sake of Kangs are.
Oh, we need to do that. Okay, as part of the Book of Danny, we also need the lyrics to Old Kang Sign.
Old Kang Sign.
Yes.
That, I mean, if there's any Lionesses fans, if Nessie's here, then they should totally sing that at the matches. That would be incredible. Could you imagine? I mean, that would be more like a cult, really, if that happened, wouldn't it? But so maybe not. Maybe I'll retract everything I've just said over the last few minutes. So let's quickly move on before I say anything else.
We've got more fans and playing a field, and nobody really cares. But we're rich. We don't give a fuck for the sake of. I don't know. I was working on it.
No, this is the thing. I trust you to make up a very good Very good one. Sorry, I'm struck about him again.
3 times over the entire.
One in a taxi, one in a car. Does anyone else sing that version?
One in a scooter blowing his hooter.
One in a scooter. Oh, I forgot about. We need to do this. This needs to be a thing. The football songs of Christmas.
Shepherds watch their socks by night all boiling in the park. A lump of set came rolling down and sport the fucking lot.
Quick, let's stop Paul before he keeps going. Right. Best league in the world, then. Let's talk about it. We finally got there. And I mean, Birmingham City, 7-goal thriller for this one. Because Chloe, I know I asked you to talk about the Timeway derby because I really didn't want to. Danny, you were going to take us through Southampton, Durham. Paul, did you have a preference for this one?
Sheffield United versus Nottingham Forest happened.
It did. It did. But you know what, though? Game of missed chances on both parts because Forest, I thought Rachel Rowe was going to shoot. No, she did shoot. Thought she was going to score. And it was end to end. And I just really thought something was going to happen. And then it never did. So, yeah, hey, a point.
Ipswich fans. But
Ipswich, though.
That trap door is beginning to open because...
Don't go near it.
I was devastated for them in this match.
Something down there. Just... There you go, Danny. You set them up. I'll tap them in.
But Ipswich were the better team for the majority of that. So I'm really gutted for them that they couldn't get a point.
I worry about Palace because they seem like a club that are really. There's from what I could see from the talk of and listening to the Palace fans who I get on with, there is, and Graham probably loves this, but there is a disconnection between the fans on the women's side of the club and the people running it.
Yeah.
Because of the very, very clear dissatisfaction and the very, very obvious lack of interest at this point that the owners are having. I mean, it was only a couple of years ago, one of the Palace fans was telling me he's on the CPFCW loyal group, so, the sports group, so regularly has interactions with the club. And at one point, he was talking with the now former chief executive of Palace to talk about more investment, and was getting responses like, "Do the women even play 90 minutes? Why do we need to pay?" And
holy crap,
nobody watches it. This is the level of. This was the attitude then.
We're fighting against,
There are banners. They basically rolled over and took the money for a season in the WSL and then went back down. And this season, they appear to be just sleepwalking almost. If there were two relegation spots in the championship, they'd be in real trouble.
Worried. Yeah, because we all kind of said when Joe Potter took over, like, there's pedigree coming in. But of course, she can only do so much if the club then aren't back in the team, which is horrendous. And you just think, why
they've got quality players. They've got, Abby Larkin, for example, is an Irish international. Annabelle Blanchard, say no more.
Abby Larkin was incredible during that match as soon as she came on. Ashley Weirden as well. Ashley Weirden.
Is still there. So they've had to hold on to is, borderline Dutch international. And
Dutch international.
It is unfathomable that a team of that quality sitting that low in the second tier of English football at this point, English women's football, particularly after a year in the WSL. With all the associated financial benefits.
Yeah, and you think, well, where's that gone? What's happened? You know, what's happened to that spark?
In the men's game, it's to be a scandal because look, Sheffield United going down and obviously being horrendous this season, which have that kind of hair. But the amount of talk that there has been in the football media about what is up with teams such as like Luton when they've dropped 2 divisions, everybody went, how has this happened with the team with parachute payments and everything else?
Yeah.
And Palace, it's just like, there's no conversation even in women's football media about the fall of Crystal Palace.
No, what's happened? Yeah, which is why we talk about it on here, isn't it? Because we need to know. Because they were. I mean, do you remember the match against Villa? I mean, they were really pushing them to the end, and it was only a last minute winner. Thank God.
It's only 18 months ago, we were sat here having the same conversation of the joys of watching Palace.
Yes. Yeah, so what it does beg the question, what has changed? Because it shouldn't be that much of a drop off without something huge happening. So they still got the points.
Ipswich are where we have come up either a year too early, or they've come up
not ready yet.
They've come up as an example of the gap. Between the 2 tiers, and they haven't got a millionaire shipbuilding owner who may or may not be a Bond villain to invest in them.
We're doing well with villains, aren't we? Villain owners in the game, but no, you're right, because you look at Forest and where they are, and if I just get the table up, where's my cursor going? There we go. If we look at the table, I mean, Forest just come up as well. They're in 5th, and they're 13 points to 4. That's a massive gap between 2 teams coming up at the same time. But that just shows you what investment in club backing can really, really do.
There's that 5-point gap at the bottom now. Portsmouth pulled out that 5-point gap.
Yeah.
And you just, normally you'd be worried because obviously talking about the time we're Derby, Sunderland have been nudged down there, Durham have been nudged down there.
They have.
Palace have now risen up to 8th off that.
And again, it's the same as last season, really, isn't it? There's that one down the bottom, and everyone else is fighting for those extra.
But are we? And we know what happened to Portsmouth last season, and at this point, we were saying this about Portsmouth.
We were, and look how that ended. There's still time.
I don't know where the goals are coming from for Ipswich. That's the trouble.
No, because even against the kind of lower teams in this sense, not that as much between them, but they're not picking up the points and they're not scoring. But I will say in that first half this weekend, they did look so much more promising than I've seen them. So maybe it is a Portsmouth situation. They need to Christmas to really get their head around the league, really get into it, and then think, right, okay, January, let's go, let's do it.
Actually, Pesquet, I think she scored in that game. She's a good player. Yes,
player of the match as well, I think. Pesquet got. But I thought they were saying basket. And it was not basket. I was very confused. I was like, I'm sure there's not a basket that plays for. Yeah, Pesquet for them. For those. Outran Van Havermaet as well, which was quite fun to see, because obviously Van Havermaet's legs are like 10 feet long each. Completely outran her.
Too much leg.
Yes.
Everything could really do with her at the moment as well.
I miss her. I want her back.
Yeah. There's still the winter window. You never know. So worrying things happening with Ipswich then. Danny, will come back to you because Southampton won, Durham won. And again, Durham a bit hit and miss. Southampton again having highs and lows. Talk us through this one, please. Anything exciting happen?
A few things exciting. Durham were a bit unlucky, I think, actually, in this one. I think Southampton were looking to bounce back from the back-to-back defeats that we've spoken about the last couple of weeks, and they like they looked nervy early on, probably because of that. Durham were doing a really good job at doing Durham things, working hard to nullify the threat of the front line. I think I spoke a couple of weeks ago of the front line of Southampton, Michaela McAloney, Ellie Brazil, Atlanta Primus, Abby Ferguson as well. I think Ferguson was on the bench for this one though, but that's as good a front four as you're going to get in the Championship. But they just don't seem to be finding them enough. Like when they get going, they could be absolutely lethal. But Durham were digging in. They stopped the supply to them, and they were working so hard to stop it. And I want to mention Beth Heppel, because Beth Heppel has been doing this for absolute years. I think good 11, 12 years. Signed a new deal in the summer. And I feel like she's one of these players that has played in the Championship for so long, or WSL2, sorry, for so long, and she doesn't get a massive amount of recognition. She is the Durham player, isn't she? She is Mrs. Durham, if you're going to have Mrs. Durham.
We'll get her a sash.
Yeah, no, don't do that. That's a bit halo, isn't it?
It's a bit too sparkly.
yeah. Ellie Hacker Southampton was dithering on the ball, and Heppel just nicked in to score. And throughout the game, I thought Heppel was absolutely outstanding again. And we maybe a bit like the levels of Miedema in the WSL, that she's the type of player that you just forget about because she's so good and she's been doing it for so long. But wanted to shout her out because she was great again. Southampton, I think, defending. You can tell why they're in the position that they are, because they've got all the attacking talent in the world, but the defence is a little bit all over the place, questionable all afternoon. Fran Stenson had to pull off a good save from Molly Lambert, so it could have been 2-0. But Southampton did get back into the game eventually. Amy Goddard pushed up high on the right, great cross in, and Primus met it really, really cleanly and put a shot in. That's her third of the season. Really well taken goal. And you think from that point, you think Southampton are going to go on to win the game because they got a little bit of momentum. But in the end, the last kind of half an hour, they just cancelled each other out a little bit. And I think both teams were reasonably happy with the point. Durham probably a lot more, but Southampton didn't really get Durham again dug in and got it out. But a good point, better point for Durham than it was Southampton, I think. Well done to Durham. It was good. It's a good performance for them. They're going to be absolutely fine, I think, based on performances like that. Because they work so hard, that's going to get them out.
Yeah, they always dig in, don't they? And they always put up a really good fight. And
you always know you're in a game with Durham, don't you? If you face them, you always know you're going to have a match. So.
Yes, they definitely always turn up, and they're willing to fight for those points. That's why I quite like the derby with Newcastle the other week, because both teams were just in there, just at each other. Oh, it was great. Absolutely great. Now, let's have a look then. Chloe, we'll come back to you. You don't have to say much about this one if you don't want to, but it was Newcastle 3, Sunderland 1. I might mute you for the next couple of minutes. Just for me, I'll go off and make a cup of tea or something and then come back. But it was just Sunderland just didn't turn up, really, did they? Talk us through it, please.
No, I'll keep it really. I'll keep it brief for you. So I'm so sorry. So Newcastle had the first chance to put themselves ahead in the 31st minute. Shayna Hales had a close range shot, but it fell to Molly Pike and it fired over the bar. But 6 minutes into the second half, Sunderland were awarded a penalty for a Jordan Nobbs handball inside the box.
But then what happened, Chloe? What happened?
This generally feels like a form of torture.
It's just reliving it. I rewatched the highlights this afternoon.
Funny you should say that with. Never mind.
Oh!
I didn't say anything. I don't know what.
If suitcases start getting left outside your house, Daddy, then
Eleanor Dale had the chance to score her first of the season, but the penalty was saved by Anna Teminin, and it didn't go well. Then Jordan Nobbs,
and she just saved it.
Jordan Nobbs took a corner for Newcastle at 63 minutes, and Deanna Cooper nodded it in for 6 yards to open the scoring. Emily Murphy then doubled the lead after 65 minutes after another ball went into the box, and she was able to head it home inside for 6. Sunderland were quite quick to respond, though, with Emily Scars delivering a well-placed corner to find Kira Barry to make it 2-1 and give Sunderland a opportunity to push for an equaliser. But then Emily Murphy bagged a brace after she got the ball from 30 yards and unleashed it into the bottom corner.
Did you just clap, or did you just drop something by a microphone then when Kira Barry mentioned?
No. Storm's been asleep by my feet.
Oh, was that Storm?
He woke up and he shook. So that was the
clapping.
Yes, he was clapping his ears.
Would you say that Newcastle Khashoggi'd in on poor Sunderland defending?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh. It's just Kerry's reaction in the background is fantastic.
She's used to it. She just.
But it comes back to the whole, right, your men's team are doing exceptionally well. Where's the money for the women? Because there needs to be investment. There needs to be more players come in. There needs to be, I mean, some people are saying, get Mel Ray out. No, I don't think so. I just think she's trying to do the best with what she's got at the minute. Some disagree with us. I know a lot will. But I just think they're trying to play with either really young players or people who've been away from injury for a while, but they're having to come back in because there's other injuries. And it's not, the confidence just isn't there. Even though someone is available, yes.
He's coming to Everton. Okay. Stop trying to poach.
Hey, maybe you'll get Bry. Maybe Sunderland will get our Bry.
Bry. Oh, Bry at Appleton.
Take him.
I'd love to see Bry on the touchline at Appleton. That'd be great.
With little AirPods in.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. But yeah, it just something's not right, and I absolutely hate seeing them all the way down there in 10th. Oh, disgusting. I hated it. I don't
only 7 points off the third place though.
Which is ridiculous in itself. Yeah, it's just absolutely ridiculous.
All I'm saying is I've seen gaps bigger than that made up very easily. Well, not very easily because it took 3 months, but I've seen gaps like that made up with the will and a little bit of luck and the right results. And for a half second, when you were like, it all comes down to the men's team's doing really well, where's the investment in the women's team? And I thought you were talking about Newcastle for a half second. I went, sorry. But no.
Ew, no, I was just talking about them.
No. I just think that then if Sunderland really want, there'll be a show in January. If Sunderland really want to go for it, they can go for it in January, because if form continues the way it has been going, the men's team will be very, very close to safety in the Premier League, and will very much be looking upward.
Yes.
And then the question, like you say, is what do you want the women's team to be? If you've got a women's team up there, a men's team up there competing with Newcastle regularly, and Newcastle are very obviously showing their ambition that they want to be a WSL team.
Yeah.
Apart from anything else, is there a local pride thing? Will Sunderland, as a fan base, accept a state of affairs where Newcastle women, even though Sunderland women are the acknowledged historical power in the Northeast, with the history of the players they produced?
Well, you look at the youth teams and you look through everything, and you just think they should be much higher consistently than where they are. And where's that going to come from? And it's going to come with confidence, and it's going to come with showing people what they're made of, and to go out there and fight for it. But I think a lot of because obviously we know our aunt has the Howard Lasses podcast, and they were talking about it, and they're just saying it's as if there's no spark and no magic, and there's a couple of teams like that at the minute that just feel really lost, and they don't quite know what they need anymore.
It's a weird time of year though, where that happens with teams.
Yeah, it's the seasonal depression disorder. I'm sure it is. It affects everything. Soon as the weather changes, everything feels a bit more blue.
Emily's right. This January is going to be a huge pivotal market because speaking of Tier 3, I at work this evening. I was listening to an interview with rugby manager, Lee Burke, former Coventry manager, and he was talking because rugby are sat third in the WSL North, not WSL, WNL North Premier Division.
Yeah.
Tucked in just behind Burnley and Wolves, playing Burnley this weekend in a big game in the third tier.
Big game. Yeah.
Third versus second. And he was talking about how they want to be a team, and it almost made me do a double take because he was saying their ambition is to be a team that players with international ambitions can come to and fulfil their international ambitions. And I'm like, sorry, have you seen Kilsby Lane? Like, have you seen?
Well, that's the thing. It's what you can offer players as well. And as much as I love Appleton, it's it could do some upgrades. You know, if we've been
Sunderland can at least offer to players. You know, you can play in a Premier League stadium.
Yeah.
Several times a year.
Stadium light's lovely. Yeah. So yeah, it's January will be very, very telling, Emily. We do agree. So yeah, not Sunderland's Day, that one. So let's have another look. So I know Graham really wants me to talk about Charlton 2, Bristol 0. Massive one, of course, to keep Charlton officially unbeaten for a full calendar year, which is an insane just an insane stat. And so this was the one we were talking about other refereeing calls as well. Penalty not given to Bristol. Emily Syme probably got away with one there because she did pull back the player, but it was not given. Bristol then had a bit of a dominant period, but couldn't really trouble Sophie Whitehouse at all. 13th minute, Rio Hardy, we know what she's been able to do this season. Hit the post, and you thought, right, are we getting closer? 30 minutes, Bristol had another call for a penalty, this time for a handball. Again, not given. So Bristol feeling very hard done by in that first half. And then Katie Bradley puts Charlton in the lead through a penalty given the other way. But Karen Muir was barreled into, I've put in the box. 55th minute, Charlton make it 2-0. Corner was only partially cleared, came back into the box, and Newsham sent a header into Pierce, who also side-footed at home, Danny. Another side foot coming in. So 2-0 Charlton, able to see the game out. Bristol just not able to create much. And they've only conceded 3 this season, which is incredible as well. Very, very strong in defence.
Ted Lasso crew were there as well, cast all that as well. Hannah Waddingham, Jason Sudeikis, and Brandon Hunter all there.
I did see a little picture. Yeah. I just love that Charlotte Healy always wears the same coat, that little cream coat, and it just spot her on the sidelines, and it just makes us laugh because everyone else wears either branded club stuff or something else, and she's like, no, it's my favourite coat, and I'm gonna.
The trouble Charlton may have in the second half of the season is they've only scored 12. And
so they're winning by fine margins, aren't they? Yeah.
If that continues to be an issue.
Yeah, goals for 12 compared to Birmingham City's 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that continues to be an issue, I see clouds on the horizon, Graham, for things like that. Were they filming?
Yeah.
Were the Ted Lasso folk filming? Because isn't there rumours that the new Ted Lasso is dealing with women's football because they feel like they've gone about as far as they can go with AFC Richmond men.
Sure, or something that they're doing a women's team this season.
Because at the end of the previous series, he opened the pitch for the women's team that Keely did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So there we go. Yes, it's going to follow them.
They do get around.
So I know they've gone to the Emirates a few times, haven't they?
I was going to say,
Williamson's kind of been with them, and yeah, Hey, Graham's reply to that is, don't have to score money if you don't concede.
The fella who plays Danny Rojas as well was at Casey Current for the quarterfinal.
Oh, he's so cool.
Football is life.
Football is life.
Football is life.
Very good. See, Hollywood stars at the Valley. That's what we love to see. So yeah, Charlton, incredible stuff. Graham even got an inside injury scoop, so exclusive. Ellie Mason is hoping to be back next month, and Kira Scales is hoping for January for their returns. So there we go. So yeah, Graham's
very useful for them defensively because Kira Scales is another one of those.
Yeah, we all know what she can do. Yeah, because Graham's season ticket is behind the dugout, so he just has a chat with them every week, and then lets me know, which is great. So thank you.
Come on, Graham. Ask me if they want to come on a podcast on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, give them a shout.
Yes, I'll even we'll do a pre-record with them. We'll get something else. So yeah, stay tuned if you want some exciting news. By the way, everyone who's watching right now, to have an exciting announcement at the end of the pod. So yeah, but won't be long. We're nearly done. Don't worry. But I mean, there's one result on there that stands out a little bit, doesn't it? 7-goal thriller between Birmingham City and Portsmouth. And I genuinely thought this might end in a draw at one point. But Portsmouth, unfortunately, doing, again, unfortunately, their usual thing of they get to a certain point and then they just run out of steam. Did anyone see any highlights for this one? Because it was end to end. I
mean, the fact that Birmingham City scored after about 45 seconds.
26.
Even quicker than I thought. Christy Harrison-Murray. It is still strange referring to her as Harrison Murray, even though that's obviously her married name. I'm still used to referring to her as Christy Murray from when she played with Liverpool.
Yeah.
Megan Hornby, who...
Oh, what a shot from Hornby. Yeah.
Hasn't found her shooting boots for Portsmouth this past season is also.
Mm-hmm. Has indeed. Because this one, of course, this was Birmingham's chance to really stay with Charlton, wasn't it? Because we thought they should win against Portsmouth. But then, like you were saying, there was it was so end to end. You thought, can Portsmouth actually nick some points here? But yeah,
you look at it 5-2, but the 3 last goals weren't until the last 15 minutes, were they? Like it was 2-2 for a good.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's just that point where Portsmouth are like, we can't do anything. And again, talking about players, they only had 3 outfield players on the bench and used all 3. So they literally had no one else to bring on, so they couldn't find that injection. Sorry, Danny, what were you going to say?
I was going to say 27 shots for Birmingham, 8 on target, 48 touches in the opposition box. Portsmouth, 2 shots, 2 on target, and 3 touches in the opposition box. It kind of gives you an idea of where the game turned out.
Yes.
I'll tell you what. Names to mention. Jessie Gale is some player.
Yes. We need to take a minute there. The speed on her, but the confidence in front of goal as well, because she got Portsmouth second, didn't she? In this one.
Because she's on loan from Arsenal, isn't she?
Yes. Yeah. Arsenal youth player.
I am amused by that, by the way, from Tulip, because for those who are unaware and are like, what on earth? There's a guy as part of one of the big United podcasts who was saying he's not going to cut his hair until Man United win 5. I don't know whether it's they actually win 5 in a row or they remain unbeaten for 5.
I think it's win 5 in a row, isn't it?
And, they're going to have a whole flipping duvet worth, aren't they? They're just going to have the new pitch at Old Trafford is just going to be relayed with his hair at this point.
It's insulation for some new builds. It's just... I mean, what a ridiculous thing to do, just in the scope of life, like what? But hey, if he's happy,
watching football is too emotional, And,
they are. Oh, win 5.
It is win 5.
Win 5.
Yeah.
There we go. Well,
Vitriki Sari as well, by the way, for Birmingham. She's had a phenomenal season as well. She's got a
couple of games. Good, isn't she?
Yeah, she's great.
I miss her as well.
We're just taunting Chloe now with all the players that have gone.
Everyone's gone. It's just
People always leave.
You've got no one
I
left.
feel like we should have like I don't remember what the name it is. Just you know that piece of music that's just sat behind every kind of war film, just a do 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 do, just that behind everything. Just montages. Chloe going into black and white, and it's slowly zooming in on her face with just a list of players
gazing out of the window at all the players walking away. Oh, sorry, Chloe, we'll stop.
It's just not fair, is it really? Just how we're struggling.
It's not. It's not. However,
scale is just
she's very good.
The amount of talent, young talent that is coming out of the big clubs and is actually now being given a bit of a chance to play because they're being sent out on loan. And still nobody's really mentioned him because it's just like, oh, so-and-so is on loan from Arsenal.
And it's like, but actually she's very, very good. 19 as well. 19. So much quality and potential to really, make a name, not just with Portsmouth, but with with other clubs as well.
And that's where you wonder, right, okay, is this a situation where these players are going to do this and then maybe permanent moves to teams like Portsmouth?
Yeah.
Is this a way forward for teams like Portsmouth?
Yeah, to get that youth, in their squads, because they're, and again, a bit like George Muller, and if youngsters need to be given that chance in big teams, because you can send them out on loan for however many seasons, and they need a bit of experience in the league, but at the end of the day, they're going to get that experience by playing, aren't they? So, need teams to.
I take pride in Coventry players that I've seen either on loan or here that play for Coventry United. Shannon O'Brien, obviously, obligatory Shannon O'Brien mentioned. But is he good? Is he good when first came to prominence, if you like, properly when she played for Coventry United in what was, with all due respect to them, a horrific team by the end of it, and she really stood out. And then from that, she got the move to Sheffield United, and from that to London City, and here we are.
Villa.
By Villa, yeah, but she was let go by Villa though. That was
they did do that.
As was Mary McAteer, obviously, who now is building a very successful career.
That would have been a different world, wouldn't it, if they kept Mary Mac? So it's just, but we love to see these players get their moments, don't we? So let's just kind of run through this one. So Harrison Murray scores after 26 seconds, after lovely assist from Crossfit. Meg Hornby then equalises in the 6th minute. Then too easy for City second, just completely through the Portsmouth defence. Ball from G through to Lucy Quinn, straight in. 2-1. 10 minutes later, Jessie Gale.
G as well, by the way. Insane that she's playing at that level.
Yeah,
I know.
It's just madness.
I still don't expect her to be there at all.
Exactly.
It's just like, G pops up.
That's the American money, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, so nicely. So Jessie Gale for 2-2. Found a sliver of space, by the way. Like the skill on that to do that. A sliver. Nice little sliver. Then, unfortunately, we then had to wait until the 77th minute to get the next goal. And this is when things started to break apart for Portsmouth. Lily Crossfit gets on the score sheet herself for 3-2. It's a little flick off the keeper, this one. It's quite nice. Chelsea Corner, fantastic name. 2 minutes later, makes it 4-2. This was quite a short floaty lob. So not a proper floaty lob, but just dropped behind the keeper. And even the commentator was like, "Is it? It's in."
Even the commentator was that a floaty lob, or was that not a floaty lob?
Can that be classed as a floaty lob? I'll get my Book of Danny out and see. And then Tegan McGowan makes it 5, her first goal for the club, and it just felt like it happened in slow motion, but no one moved to defend it or block it. Made it 5. But as I said, with injuries,
also I believe. So that's an interesting.
What was that? Sorry.
Tegan McGowan, I'm sure, is former Charlton. She moved She moved from Charlton to Birmingham. Previously
Ooh,
being
that rings a bell. Graham. Yeah, Graham, tell us. Sounds about right. But yeah, Jay Sadler only had 3 outfield players on the bench and used them all. So even if he wanted to make any changes, he couldn't, because there was literally no one left, unless he wanted to put his goalie Erebor on, which I mean, he might have if necessary. But that, yeah, literally it. Literally it. Ah, yes, thank you, Graham. Ex-Charlton, indeed. So yeah, a mad weekend for the WSL 2, which makes it the best league, as we keep saying, because you genuinely don't know what's going to happen. Exactly. The chaos that we channel just comes through the WSL2, which we love. So Charlton still unbeaten at the top there with 23 points. Birmingham just behind them on 19. A little gap now with Bristol on 16. And then we've got the next chunk between Newcastle on 13 points in 4th place. And then Crystal Palace in 8th place on 10 points. And then that gap there with Ipswich down at
do we think, folks, that Charlton win has opened up the gap, so we're now already perhaps in a situation where we've got Charlton and Birmingham going for the top 2, and then perhaps the 3rd promotion playoff spot is the one that realistically most of the rest of the WSL2 is now aiming for, because Charlton and Birmingham have separated themselves a little.
They've got that much of a gap. Yeah, I genuinely do.
Scramble one, isn't it? That's going to be the enjoyable one on the last day of the season.
Yes.
When there could be like 3 or 4 teams going for it.
I can't wait. It's going to be so good. But yeah, I do think it will be Charlton, Birmingham, as I think we've said since the beginning, haven't we? Those 2, and then it's going to be that 3rd place, which, as we can see, is Bristol's to lose. But I mean, anything's going to happen. There's only a couple of points in it. But Graham saying we're too early. Still, no chickens are being counted here.
Count them chickens.
Don't count your chickens yet. There's still time. But yeah, I mean, but that's the great thing, isn't it? Literally anything can change. So we think those 2 top spots are done. But hey, you never know. Ipswich might take every single point from everyone else.
Looking way down the line, by the way, Charlton at home to Birmingham on the last day of the season.
Ooh.
Watch a long time again.
Oh yeah.
Pod from the Valley.
Pod from the Valley. Yeah, we can go behind the dugout with Graham.
Yeah, we'll all sit with Graham. Oh, that
also,
yeah.
Ipswich.
Imagine if we did a live pod from the the Valley.
I mean,
I would love that.
great.
If we've got any contacts at Charlton, Graham, get your who do you know? Who can we ask? We'll go up in the press box and we'll set everything up and we'll do it properly. Oh, that'd be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Just at the end of the day, at Charlton, they're promoted and all the chickens just run onto the pitch and
release the chickens.
I am now. If Charlton do win on that last day, I am now going to yell as a callback, "Release the chickens!"
Please do. And we'll have all forgotten about the chickens, and then we'll be like,
what?
What's this happening?
Remember that in November.
Yeah.
Who was it? Was it Blackburn that fans that released the chicken onto the pitch to protest against the Venkeys because they were like, they had like chicken farmers or something?
Was it?
Yeah. I'm sure that was a protest at some point.
What a way to protest! I'm going to release this chicken.
Yeah.
Release the chicken.
Release the chicken.
Release the chicken. Oh, that's fantastic. Right then, just last final things to mention. We do promise. So we've got 2 cups this weekend. We've got more Sandwich Cup, which we know we all love, but even more excitingly, the second round proper of the Women's FA Cup, which is very, very exciting indeed. So we start off on Friday night, Villa versus Birmingham at the Bescott. Yeah. Everyone's really excited for that, by the way. It's going to be awful.
Derby night under the lights at the Bescott.
Not even in Birmingham. They are taking their 2 Birmingham sides out of Birmingham for a local derby. Why have they done that?
Was that like the smooth jazz derby version? Villa versus Birmingham at the best guard. Yeah.
At the best guard. Liza Minnelli's going to be there with her jazz hands, just welcoming people in. It's going to be fantastic. So that's a 7 o'clock kickoff for that one. Danny, were you going to say something then?
I was just going to say Wolves v Stoke. You were probably going to say it as well. That's on TV in the FA Cup second round on Friday as well, on the TNTs.
Yes. On TV, which is exciting. Yeah, we're starting to get representation, which we absolutely love. More Sandwich Cup action on Saturday. We've got in Group A Forest versus City. That's going to be a very good matchup indeed. And then we've got Sheffield versus Liverpool from Group B, and that's at 6 o'clock. So Forest versus City at 2 o'clock, and then United Liverpool at 6. And then we've got all of the matches in the Women's FA Cup. I'll just quickly do the rest of the Sandwich Cup first. So we've got Newcastle Everton, Sunderland Durham, Portsmouth West Ham, Southampton Charlton, Ipswich London City. That might be a nice one. Leicester Palace, Bristol Spurs. So again, some really, really, really good matchups there. However, the particular FA Cup fixture that I do want to draw your attention to, this is the exciting bit. I had the pleasure of recording an interview on Monday night with some very, very lovely people.
And
not can, not yet. Too much security. But on Friday night, this is what we're going to release. I say Friday night, Friday at some point. This interview will go live on our YouTube channel, and it's part of our absolute interview series. And it's the Women's FA Cup second round at Battle of the Independent Clubs. And as we can see, right in the middle there is a friend of the pod, Carrie Dunn, and she has essentially created this women's independent club network, which brings together all of the independent clubs throughout the women's football pyramid and just gives them a place where they can chat and exchange ideas. And it's a place where they can, it's not about division or trying to beat each other or anything like that. It's purely how independent clubs who, are the true meaning of independent, they are the community clubs, they've been built up and serve, women's and youth pathways and don't rely on anything from an associated men's team. So 2 of the clubs that are part of this network, we've got Leafield Athletic, which Danny knows very well from the National League. So head coach Tash Tesgall and goalkeeper Colette Bell joined me from Leafield. And from Worcester City, I had owner and CEO Nicole Allison, former player as well, for those who might remember, and midfielder Clara Zaffignani as well, who just joined the club in the summer. So we had a really good chat about what it means to be an independent club, and they have been drawn against each other this weekend. So if anyone is around the Birmingham area, Castlevale, 3 o'clock, get yourself there. Tickets available on the door. And Worcester City have a mascot called Pablo the Penguin, which is insane. And I need to meet Pablo. I did suggest you should have a penguin mobile, because obviously money is no object. And I just thought that would be really cool. And he does the conga with people.
That could be a penguin mobile.
But yeah, it's going to be such a good fixture. And again, if your club aren't playing in the cup this weekend, do look at the fixtures, because I can guarantee you a local club to you will be playing at the weekend. So do go along and support them, because
speaking of local clubs to us, technically not local as in side, but local as in pod connection, because I can see Danny rating over there. Second round, Middlesbrough versus Northampton Town.
Indeed, yeah.
Hey.
Absolute trek to Middlesbrough. Massively uphill battle. It's not the draw we wanted, really. And they disposed of Cheadle in the last round, didn't they? But yeah, tricky.
Surrounded by technical factors.
But it's a great tie, to be fair. And new managers in as well. So we'll go up there and have a go.
And of course,
exactly. Have a go, Danny. Yes.
Have a go.
With those independent clubs as well, if they do go through, the third round is when the big clubs, in inverted commas, start entering. Because isn't third round WSL 2?
Yes, so. Third round's WSL 2.
Because fourth round's WSL.
Fourth round's WSL.
Yeah. So third round. Yeah, so very, very exciting indeed. And what I was going to say, remember, prize money still is only it's 10 times lower than the men's game, but you are getting 8,000 for a win and 2,000 for those who don't get through. Essentially, I am just going to check those numbers because, as I said, 8,000 for winning the second round proper, 2,000 for losing. Essentially, the men's game.
Coach high up to Middlesbrough.
Yeah, basically.
Everyone pay your £5 as you get on.
Yeah.
Men's game though, just for comparison, 79,500 for winning, 21,200 for losing in the men's game. So it's 10 times more.
I mean, you think about those independent clubs as well, like how much difference this amount of money goes. And
that's one of the things we talk about on that interview, and just say, there's this big pot of money that the FA provide. They, increase it in increments because the further you get, you want that incentive. But also, if you redistributed it slightly, so you've got more money at the beginning of the rounds, where the clubs that need it are actually going to be, better served financially. Surely that's got to be in the FA's future as well. So
Worcester City or Leafield Athletic must be most of a season's operating budget.
Well, that's the thing, because Worcester play at Six Ways now, so at the big stadium, and they're built from scratch, and they're self-funded, self-sufficient, and you just think literally every penny will go back into the club, and that's what you want to support, isn't it? So yeah, it's that money will be life-changing for those teams. So I do wish them well. They were all lovely. It's a really, really fun episode. So please do go check it out. And there's one final thing, and then I do promise we can go to bed. You may have seen this across our socials, but in the new year, we are bringing you the Absolutely Football quiz. To get involved, or if you know someone who would be perfect for this, so if you're a content creator, a podcaster, a football fan, and you've got experience on camera, and just you really want to have fun and really go for it, we're gonna start this football quiz battle. So essentially, you can either drop us a message on socials, or we've got our email there, and we're going to try and pit people against each other on their chosen league and chosen team. So if you do want to apply, men's and women's football, up and down the football pyramid, and we'll try and group people as closely together as we can. Closing date is the 31st of December, so you've got till the end of the year to think if you want to be involved, but it's going to be lots and lots of fun. We've had lots of people already get in touch saying that they'd be interested. So if you would like to, then please do. But also, if you are a YouTube member, shout out to our YouTube members, you get to submit questions for the quiz. So if that's something, again, that you're interested in, then you get the opportunity to do that, which is phenomenal.
Are we?
Yeah, we can be part of it. Yeah, we can do it.
Specialist subject, Phil Neville.
Yeah.
Just so long as I don't get put up against Rosie.
Well, we know Rosie's going to win.
Well.
I was going to say, Chris, I think you would be cracking on it. I really do. And great, the knowledge we have in the chat from people, really, really do. Have a good think and see if you'd like to do it, because I think it's going to be loads of fun. But yes, you'll be pleased to know that is everything I have to share for this evening. I think that's everything, but to be honest, I don't think there's any more that we could cover from this week. But I will ask the question: is there anything anyone else would like to shout out before?
It's that question at the end of the PTA meeting, isn't it? No, Susan.
Has anyone got any questions?
It's the bit at the end of a work meeting where someone says any other business, and it's always the same person that goes, well, actually, it never. It's like the parish council thing.
You have no authority.
Yeah, you have no authority here. Read the rules.
Jackie Weaver.
Jackie Weaver, you have no authority.
Yeah, Jackie Weaver.
Oh, Jackie.
Lockdown.
Who is getting
lockdown memories?
God.
Hey, Graham's been a member for 7 months.
Go on, Graham.
Who is representing us at the FCA's tomorrow? Because I'd have loved to, but I can't find 250 quid for a night in Leeds.
I can't believe it's 250 quid. So
train and ticket and everything else, and just
yeah, of course. So it's me, Sam. Hang on.
I think Ant's going.
Ant, I think.
More stage dancing, yes.
More stage dancing.
Can't wait for it.
Chris has been
hang on. Oh, I can't find it. But yeah, there's quite a few. Because obviously non-league are nominated, so quite a few of the non-league lot are going, which is great. So, so we'll keep everyone updated. So that's tomorrow. Everyone keep your fingers crossed for us. And hopefully we come back with two shiny trophies from the awards.
One of them being the big one, best content creator, isn't it?
Best content creator, yeah. Last year we got best new content creator, so now we're going up against the big wigs and just content creator in general.
Things like The Athletic and stuff like that. And you go, okay.
Well, they do too. So there's like your big ones, and then there's like independent creators as well.
Do you know who didn't get nominated? Counterpress.
And no, Paul didn't fix it before anyone says it. So let's leave it there, shall we, before any lawsuits get filed. So
we've been close a few times.
I mean,
we steered away.
I said nothing.
Yeah, see, because it's Danny, we all just kind of went, oh, no, Danny, that's not. We need to
do it closest to being cancelled, bro. Put all those together.
We'd have to win that award.
Yes, if they look at our content, be like, oh god. But yes, we know you all do. Thank you, Graham. Wishing us luck. But yes, have a lovely evening. We know that you know. That we know that you know. We're here 4 nights a week, non-league, Premier League, women's football, and lower league show as well. You know where to follow us across all socials. We're trying to be as active as we can. And of course, our handles are below our names as well, if you want to follow more of us and our writing and ranting and raving. And lots of other good things apart from football. But we do really appreciate it. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in this evening. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to set the outro video. And then I'm going to click end. So yes, good evening, good night, everyone. And we'll see you back again next Wednesday, hopefully with an award. See you later.